Yeah, man. Easily Offended Podcast, man. We definitely in the building. How y'all feel today?
Great, man.
We got some special guests. We got Rail in the house, Sean in the house. We got a special guest.
About to say, nigga, I'm always here. You said guest, nigga.
Right. I mean, we got special guests and other people.
You said with an S, nigga.
I'm sorry.
Like, what? Somebody else here?
I think that was a list. That was a list that popped out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to point that out.
Nah, man. We got my homeboy Jamel in the building from Fly Nerd Podcast.
Cosmo Galactus.
Cosmo Galactus make you wipe your ass with a cactus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Old school back. You had to be there.
You had to be there. But yeah, I'm Cosmo Galactus from Fly Nerd Group, WFNG Fly Nerd Radio.
Yes, sir.
Catch us everywhere talking about fly shit, comic books, Marvel, DC, hip hop, whatever, you know. So it's a pleasure being here with you guys. You know, I watch you guys as well, and from start to finish. Like,
I mean, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And y'all my guys too.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
Break the fourth wall.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like
we've known each other since we were children.
Yeah, for real.
Like legit kids.
Yeah.
Right around the corner, fucking 47 and
right,
Woodlawn.
46 and Woodlawn.
46 and Woodlawn.
Right behind the mosque.
Right. It wasn't there at first.
Yeah.
Remember when the mosque wasn't always, they just, when Sid and them first moved over there, they was just building that shit. Because I remember them building, because we was all wondering, like, what the fuck is this about to be?
Yeah.
And then when they finished it, this was like the first, I mean, outside, because the mosque on the Nation Mosque on Stony didn't look like that at first.
Right.
You know, because the Mosque Miriam, they remodeled that shit.
Okay.
So the one that they built over there, because when they first finished it, I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Because we kept wondering, like, is this gonna be like a church? Is it like a mall? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? When they finished it was like, oh, I still don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah. But anyway, yes.
We go back.
Way back.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like everybody we've had on the pod, we've known for a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We on one of the episodes we did with Zoe, the Fashion Geek Zoe. He was like, you got to think about it. Most of these famous motherfuckers are my friends. Like I don't even look at them as like famous people.
Yeah.
Like most people will see people on the pod like, oh man, how'd y'all pull him? Like, man, that's the homie.
His mama make a mean pot of greens.
We used to ride bikes.
Right. Yeah.
Break dance and get cardboard and stain scrapes on the concrete.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas used to pull out the linoleum, nigga. Linoleum, nigga. I couldn't.
Matter of fact, just going to what was that, Pier 30? What, Navy Pier?
North Pier.
Navy Pier. Navy
Pier.
Pier was especially because we used to battle all those cats out there.
Yeah.
It used to be so fun. Just go out there on the Saturday and just wipe out ciphers.
But
that's when niggas was outside.
Outside for real.
Like we was really outside.
And didn't necessarily always even have to have a lot
cell
of
phone. So it's like we all would just meet up.
Yeah.
You know?
Like niggas, like, you know, niggas normally gonna be it's gonna be niggas up there. You may not know who you gonna run into.
Right. But
you go to the fucking Navy Pier on the Saturday night in the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
Then when you having the C squad out there, it's we outside. We out here. So the good old days when cats used to rap outside.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
You know what I'm saying? had to get a pen and paper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, practice before you come outside, though.
Yeah. Trying to get that girl number. Like, hey, man, one of y'all got a pen?
Right.
Y'all got a pen?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm going to call you when I get home.
Yeah.
Like, before you left the house, you had to make sure you got your marker.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sharpie.
A pad.
Yeah.
So you can write shit down and a pen. Yeah. Multiple pens.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're going to lose one.
Right. You give one to somebody and that shit don't come back. Like, let me see your pen, Joe. Let me see your pen, Joe. You never see that nigga again.
You got to have gum.
I gave you the spare anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, damn.
And back then, you go out the house with $20 and you good for
You
the whole
decent.
day.
That's true.
Nigga, 20, you was rich.
Yeah.
You got $20 for the night?
You supersize it.
Right, yeah.
Right. Shit.
Good.
Early, mid-90s, man. That was the good old days,
when
man.
McDonald's was still an acceptable form of food.
And dates.
Right, yeah.
Man, dates, yeah.
Dates.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could definitely, you know what I'm saying? If you were 16, 17 with a car, you could pull through the drive-through, go to the lakefront.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You get a pint, and you get a pint, some McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? A Nick.
Yeah,
and you may still have, and you may have change after that 20 still. You may still have $2 left.
Some in the wee hours.
Right, exactly. You know
you go outside with $30. That's a date.
Yeah,
back in the day.
much.
And the thing about it, the girls didn't even really care.
No,
It was just being about. It was just being outside and having fun.
They didn't have this outside world of falseness,
Yeah.
falsehood, right? So it wasn't like, oh, let's go to the Bahamas or whatever. That's the farthest you will go, but not to, the other places or whatever the whole synopsis is.
Shit.
We're just outside kicking it. We at the lakefront.
Yeah, like
Here's your bottle. We getting
Like
lit.
what y'all doing? I'm finna meet you up. We'll meet downtown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll go to the movies.
Nice.
Go to like an Applebee's or McDonald's.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? You take the girl to like Grand Lux, Applebee's, like if you really liked her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you really liked her. You like, all right, I'm
remember when the Bennigans was on Michigan? Nigga?
Yeah.
sir.
So that was the fine dining, nigga. You took the bitch to Bennigan's?
Yeah,
It was the shit.
You really,
you really fuck with her.
girl, he took me to Bennigan. We ordered appetizers, main meal,
Sat outside. They fucking me.
and we had a dessert, girl.
Right, yeah, because you could sit in the summertime, you could sit outside of the Bennigan's.
You know what I'm
That was
saying?
even more
We sitting there, we got the motherfucking Art Institute in the background.
right.
Yeah.
Lions.
Right.
With the Lions, yo.
It's the whole ambiance of the whole situation.
Man, nigga. What a time to be alive. man.
Dropping.
And then after y'all eat, y'all just walk to the lake.
That's it.
It just,
Yeah.
If
Hang
you
out.
smoke, it's just smoke, walk, chill. You know
You know what I'm
it's-
saying?
Man.
It was a simpler time.
Much simpler time.
Much simpler
Black
time.
to the future.
Right.
Right nowadays, you take a girl to bed because she like, I'm losing this
What?
number
Right.
right
And,
now.
and it's crazy.
I am
that-
blocking him as we speak
but you
on
know
the
You
what?
can't
date.
even say Ben.
Right. Benny Hanna might not
Right,
even be
yeah,
there.
that gotta be.
But you know the crazy thing is though, bro, because like, so for us as grown men, obviously standards have changed a bit, right?
Yeah.
We should all have jobs and money
Yeah,
and
of
shit. Like,
course, of
you know what I'm saying? But it's still like you don't have to be like taking motherfuckers to fine dining and all that shit.
Right.
No. But it's different. It's different for the shorties. Because that shit's not even acceptable for them though. 'Cause
And
when
see,
you,
that's
when
the
you a
problem.
shorty, you supposed to be broke for real.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you're
You
not
have a
supposed
job.
to have no money, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some niggas you learn how to get money, but you ain't unless you out here doing shit you're not really supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yes.
But for the most part, it wasn't like most of us, man. When we was coming up, bro, like we didn't have a lot of money, but we was outside kicking it everywhere.
But we knew how to make it enough
Yeah.
to substantially,
Right.
do what you do. Because we was dip. We had our
Wasn't
polo.
about
on.
Yeah, no, we was still fresh. You know what I'm
fresh,
saying?
you know?
But we didn't have to like if you wanted to take a young woman out, a girl when we was 16, 17 years old, you didn't have to have a lot of money to
Nah.
do it, bro.
And you wasn't even shooting for those places, really.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
could.
Because like
That's what I
motherfuckers,
did.
yeah. I mean, cause like going to an Applebee's, going to a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, or even like places like Top Notch on 95th Street or shit like that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you could do shit like that, and it would be fine. You know,
Yeah.
Did.
but like it's not even. But like it's like
Back
a short-
then, it was about game, nigga. You could
Yeah.
take it to Al Beef.
Al's
You know what I'm saying? Hooters.
yeah,
All types of
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
My thing, it was like, I was talking to my homeboy from New York last week, and we were just talking about like dating, period, in general. And he was like, it's crazy that Chicago has like the greatest transportation system, like one of the greatest transportation systems. Like you can get through the whole city through trains, stuff like that.
Right.
He like, here in New York, we go on dates on the train. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, because you can't really drive in New York at some places.
Right. You gonna park? Shit.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, it's more common for me to call a shorty, she in Queens, I'm in Brooklyn, hey, we'll meet up on this train, boom, this stop, and I'll meet you there. You can't tell a girl, meet me on the red line,
Right.
on Cermak. You know,
You kind of don't want to do that anyway.
I
You don't
mean,
wanna
so
do
let's
that.
okay. Well,
Right.
let's
Totes on
that.
because that I don't really think that's a good analogy because in terms of New York in Chicago, like the public transit is completely different.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're living in New York, like having a car is almost an inconvenience to a
Yeah.
certain extent because they do like the street cleaning and all that other shit. Like you got to move it a lot. So it's most New Yorkers day to day. That's just how they get around.
Yeah.
You take the train.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chicago, it's not really like that.
Temptation.
Because I tell you, I ain't been on the train in
But
years.
in the shorty, if you're thinking like, all right,
Yeah.
16, 17, then that's different. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
should
all
be
right.
acceptable for them, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I
but
mean,
but
just
for us,
I'll never. Nah,
No, you can't.
I'm for a grown man.
No, you can't. You can't be like meet me on the 22nd platform.
on
Cermak,
right.
The red line.
I already got your card.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
He was just like, he was telling me, he was like, but if you meet a girl in Chicago that's from New York, you would better have a better chance of saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna catch a train down here," because she's
more used.
She's more used to that.
Yeah, where is it? But not.
Rather, you can't get no born and raised girl in Chicago. Like, get on the brown line. Get on the brown line, nigga. What?
Yeah.
I don't even know what line that is.
Meet me on the yellow line, girl.
Right by the pawn shop.
It's gonna drop us off right here with a whole bunch of restaurants and great bars. I don't know about that.
Wrigley.
I want to go to Viagra Triangle with all the Spencer stuff here.
Oh God! So they can take pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Man, how y'all week been? It's been a while. How you been, Sean? How's the comedy thing, DJ thing? How's that going?
I'm still out here DJing riddles. It's like my comedy college. I've been writing a lot, watching a lot of performances by amateurs and pros. So I'm learning a lot, man.
Taking your notes in.
Yeah, learning a lot. I'm trying to write every day. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, I mean, yeah, you gotta feed the craft.
You said feed the crack?
Feed the
Oh,
craft.
what? Okay. Yeah.
Crack.
I'm like, no, wait a minute.
Feed the crack. I don't know. It's so many ways you can take that.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about an ass crack, or you talking about
Like, no, wait a minute.
I was
crack cocaine?
I was honestly hoping we were just gonna leave it there. I was hoping we wasn't gonna explore that any.
Hey,
So
look,
we just gonna gloss over it and just keep going.
This was totally off topic. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they was talking about manscapes.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
So right.
What happened? Oh, okay, never mind.
It was talking about manscapes because they was just saying like, you know, the guy was saying like, you know, when you get a certain age, like when you in your 40s and your 50s, your pubic hair has been there since it was 16, 17 years old.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
Where are we going?
Manscaped. That's what, because I was just randomly listening to it. I'm sitting there like, and I'm on the bus thinking,
You
like,
know those problem equations and stuff and memes? That's what's going on right now.
right. So look,
All right, what the fuck are we talking
so I
about?
was just no, this is totally random. This is totally random.
I want you to finish this. I
Okay,
really
go
want to
ahead,
know.
go
Like,
So I was worried. I was thinking about like manscapes. Okay, I was like, oh, so I'm listening to the guy talking about like, you know, he like, you know,
now, who is this talking?
It was Charlamagne
Charlemagne.
talking about
Talking about
manscapes. So he was like, you know, he like, I never had a manscape before, and he like, I started thinking about it because somebody else told me. Like, you know, you got to think about it. When did you grow pubes? When you was like 13,
Wait, so you've
14?
never even like I mean, yeah, I've trimmed the motherfucker.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you
But-
got to
That holds the funk.
right.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
that's what.
maintain that.
Yeah, you got to maintain it.
Yeah.
So he was like, "You never had it." He's like, "No, I never did it." So he's like, "I'm gonna go ahead and do it." So he like, I went, and the lady was like, "You know, what do you want to get done?" And he was like, "Well," he like, "What's the?" Well, yeah, because he was like, "I didn't want no guy, you know, down there."
You can't just do it yourself.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. So what,
No,
you got a
so-
number 3?
Okay, yeah.
He went all the way.
And when
like,
you say it's a manscape, okay, because this is a different. I'm sorry.
So
we keep interrupting
Yeah,
you.
right.
I'm sorry.
no, so
I know
Manscaped.
it's tons of questions.
Right.
Man-
so many questions.
Manscaped is the term for men to take care of their genitalia.
Get that.
It's trimming, cutting, even being bald down there. They even have products that you can put down there that's specifically made down there. Just like how women have like Vaseline and creams, they actually have creams and stuff that you can apply down there so it can always be fresh. You know what I'm saying? In your moments. You know what I'm saying? If you're a single man, you out here, you know what I'm saying? Like you got a hot date, you know, may go that way. You may, you know, take the extra long shower, put on that good
I had
cologne.
one of those creams, but after 2 weeks, I was good.
What do you mean after 2 weeks?
Never mind.
Oh, it's different.
Whoa.
It's a different type of cream.
Creams
It's a different type of cream.
Yeah, so-
yeah. It was. He's talking about doctor prescribed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about like, damn, I may do that one day. I may just go and do that. Yeah,
You manscape yourself?
Manscape yourself?
I do, but like I don't know, like
Are you talking about going to see a lady to get yourself?
get it all out, like ass crack and everything.
It's just like a barber
Oh,
shop.
you
Where
wanna
do you
go
go
all
to?
the way.
What do they call these ladies?
No, I mean it's literally like a spa. Like
Right.
you go to a spa. That's what they do.
If I want that service, what do I ask for?
You go there and be like, hey, I want to get a trim. They be like, you want to wax, like you want all hair gone, or you want us to trim it in a certain
I
way.
I have to ask for like a
Like this.
manscaping.
So
what,
look,
they bust out the clippers and all that?
yeah, like so.
Can
look,
you get like lines cut in your?
yes,
you get
like
parts
look.
on the side?
So
You
look,
get
Look, I'm not lying. I swear to God. So I listened to the podcast and I was thinking like, oh, so I follow one of my homegirls on IG. She doesn't live here anymore. She moved to LA.
She does manscaping.
She does Brazilian waxes. She does waxing for women. But she like, no, that's a big thing. She like, majority of my clients are guys, and they usually get everything. Like she like, they lay on their stomach, they spread their legs. I get all the hair between their crack. I literally cut all that off. She like, one dude actually told her to, can you cut a thunderbolt? A thunderbolt, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, wow. I was just interested, like, damn, do people actually go and do this? And she's like, no. She's like 40% of my customers are men. And she's like, they're older men, of course, because she's like, when you get older, you grow in hair that you never grew hair before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just a random thing. I'm sorry.
I wasn't prepared.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I
look
just
at
have
myself
my
totally different now.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I had me like, damn, I need to go.
Can I put a relaxer down there?
She says they do shampoos and all that.
Oh,
Or relaxers.
Conditions.
Like,
Yeah.
what if I want me some waves or something?
You gotta keep.
All right, man. Let's
you started this
For
shit.
real.
Like, this is your fucking fault.
Yeah, but I just thought that was very interesting. I was like, damn. You know what I'm
We
saying?
have learned something today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We've learned something.
I do want to before we go forward real quick. I do want to ask you.
Uh-oh.
Did you see the fans? You saw it. Y'all posted
Yeah,
the Fantastic
trailer.
Four.
Yeah.
I didn't see what y'all said about it, but I'm really interested. So for y'all to know, Fantastic Four movie's coming out. What is it? Is it July?
July this year.
Yeah, July this year.
It's gonna be that after Superman.
Right.
Are they bringing Iron Man back? No.
No. Well, no.
We don't know yet.
Well, yeah.
Dr. Doom.
'Cause I really-
know. We don't know yet.
the whole because the whole Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom thing.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
That Infinity War, I was really depressed when he died. I was like, damn.
I was too.
Yeah. It was,
For a lot of
He
reasons.
played a great Iron Man though. Like he fit that character.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Iron Man don't usually die like that. They'll be like, all right, man, come on, you'll be good.
Yeah. right.
Walk it off.
Yeah, walk it off. You rich.
But what
Take
did
this
you
big
think of the
vapor rub.
Fantastic Four, Joey? What'd you think?
I like it. A lot of people was really trying to see what the Thing was going to look like, Ben Grimm.
Right.
And when he was there, he was clapping his hands. He heard the rocks clashing and all that. I was like, all right, I'll roll with that. My only issue with it is actually the lead actor, Pedro Pascal.
I don't like him as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, no disrespect to him. He's pretty dope.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
And his hand is in everything, like from The Last of Us to The Mandalorian to numerous movies, and just you see him everywhere. So maybe that's the issue, right? A little saturation, oversaturation, saturation.
I think it's because we saw, even though we knew that once you saw him in that role, you weren't going to be able to see it again because of the whole continuity, timelines, and all that. But when we saw John Krasinski,
that's
and
that's what the fans
So
wanted.
you're into this too.
Yeah, that's what
So I don't know none of this.
Oh, I mean,
man,
I'm French.
Like the last movie I seen was Infinity War.
Well, goddamn.
Like
well,
you saw Endgame,
you haven't dealt. You haven't seen anything beyond that. It's not.
You ain't missed much.
You ain't missed much.
Yeah.
They've
been
And
struggling.
I think they're trying to get it back together with these line of movies that's coming out now.
Because my thing was my favorite. I was going to ask you, like, what was your favorite Batman series? My favorite Batman series was with Bang. And what was it? There was 3 movies.
So that was
what series was
that was a Christopher Nolan Batman.
Christopher Nolan Batman.
So that was a Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Like
So
animated Batman.
those are like my favorite ones. And then
Yeah.
when they did after that, they had Ben Affleck. I'm like, what? And then I was like, there y'all.
Ben
are.
Affleck,
He's a
y'all
good
sleep
Batman.
on Ben
And-
Affleck.
He's a good Batman.
Ben Affleck was beating everybody ass on the low. Just look at the Batman scenes. And Affleck was beating everybody ass.
So
man.
I
don't
remember
know.
I remember when they announced Ben Affleck as Batman,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's gonna be terrible. He actually
He's good.
he actually did a pretty good Batman. I ain't going front.
But I say DC dropped the ball. They should have gave him his own Batman movie before anything.
And they was trying to jump they were trying to catch competition with what was it? Captain America's Civil War.
Right.
So they was in competition with that movie. So they wanted to put everything together.
Right.
But they should have let Superman be Superman and Batman be Batman.
And then
y'all could clash later. You know what I mean? But
they were trying to catch up.
through it.
You know what I'm saying? So they did everything too fast.
Yeah, I gotta watch that Deadpool versus Wolverine. I still ain't seen.
Oh, that's dope.
That's super long.
Actually dope.
So that's the thing about, because for a while it was like Marvel couldn't miss.
Yeah,
right.
And now they had a lot of misses.
Yeah. So now it's kind of like, so that's why I wanted to ask you what you think, because like now it's like you want to like it.
I think the movie is going to do good. I think Fantastic Four is probably, besides that and Daredevil, is the two things that I'm actually looking forward to see this year.
Right, because the
Daredevil is supposed to be rated R. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, they continue it, but it's in the MCU. So they say they're going to continue the style and the fine, because there was some great fight scenes. That Punisher jail scene, dude.
That was
crazy. Yeah.
What movie was this one?
No, this is Daredevil.
This guy, which was this? This is Tyler Perry.
So Daredevil was a series. It was on Netflix.
Right. It was about.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got like this. So he's like street level Marvel.
Yeah, street level Marvel.
So like a lower level, like, you know, so because he ain't
dealing with the serial killers, you dealing with the shooters, the gangbangers.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He ain't fighting to me like Daredevil ain't fighting.
He ain't fighting Thanos. Yeah, exactly.
He ain't on that level.
Nah.
Yeah,
what was the other one with the black dude?
That was Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
So they're all the same.
Their neighborhood.
Jessica Jones, Iron Fist.
Right. Yeah, they were all street level.
I didn't like the Iron Fist joint.
Nobody liked that.
But he's a dope character. They just didn't
they
do
fucked
the
him up.
show right.
Yeah, they didn't do justice.
I heard MCU might revamp him.
Okay. But yeah, so, you know.
But back to Fantastic Four. Yes, I am excited. Galactus. Seen Galactus.
He wasn't a cloud.
He
wasn't a cloud.
It was full Galactus.
So last thing I want to ask before we move off of that. How do you feel about the woman Silver Surfer?
I don't care.
There's a woman Silver Surfer?
I don't care.
They changed it,
I don't care yet, because it's like how I feel about Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. We don't know if this the finite Silver Surfer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this whole world that we're going to see in Fantastic Four is going to be gone by the end of the movie.
Right.
So
because it's based in like the 60s. Right?
Yeah. So if they're going to come to the modern MCU, then I think Galactus is going to eat that planet, and they're going to be like, hey, superheroes, we need your help, because your shit is fucked up too. Right. So,
a woman Silver Surfer?
Yeah. It's a woman Silver Surfer.
But
there is a woman Silver Surfer in the comic books.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. I hope they wasn't going to woke it up like they did Star Wars.
We don't know yet. See, that's
Jesus.
with the content. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Like
I'm just leaving it open. It's cool.
Ugh.
But we might see the regular Silver Surfer in Secret Wars. You never know.
Right.
You know. So we don't know what they're setting up.
And, you know, and they talking about now that all his legal troubles are over, they talking about bringing Jonathan Majors back.
As they should.
As
they should. Bring Kang Man back, Kang.
And that low key, I think that fucked up. Because they were. Because it's like they pivoted.
They scrambled. And they didn't like really just stick to their guns and
take time with them.
Yeah.
Find out what the case is about.
Yeah.
Like just chill out for a second.
Yeah.
Let's just go back.
You're Marvel, so your foot is on necks of the industry. Whatever you do, no one's going to really like protest and be like, nah, unless he was really convicted guilty on the bullshit.
Right.
And then that's different.
Yeah.
But nah, let it breathe.
They should have let that play out.
Yeah, but the whole jump in to bring Dr. Doom in to replace the Kang thing, I never dealt with. I never liked it. And
and bring
it just seems sloppy to me.
It does, and especially because, like, you know, now having Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, it kind of like
weird.
It does, especially because
like you just said, you saw him as Iron Man. So that's 10, 15 years tops.
Like you associate Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man more than any other character he's played.
Yeah.
Right.
Outside of maybe the nigga on Tropic Thunder.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Gee.
You know what I'm saying? But
my people have suffered 400 years off that word.
But for the most people, you see Robert Downey Jr., the first thing you think is Iron Man.
Right.
And it's not just like, because so people have played multiple characters in the MCU before.
And Terrence Howard is Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
It was crazy.
Hey, man.
He was in Iron Man before.
Yeah,
he was Rhodey. He was Rhodey.
Yep.
But yeah, no. So Chris Evans played. Speaking of Fantastic Four, he played the Human Torch,
right?
And then he ended up playing Captain America, right?
Right.
But he didn't have as long a run.
Not at all.
People, you gotta remind people like, oh yeah, he was in Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
And you bringing him back in, and not just as anybody. This is fucking Dr. Doom.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
and there's so many other actors that's villains.
So there's so many.
Right.
It's not like you could have did a lot of people, but I think because there was no more star, there was anchoring, right?
But but Robert Downey Jr. is like, okay, dude. Even all right, let's say he take the mask off. And they do him like the Penguin, Colin Farrell. With the full face makeover.
The prosthetics and shit. Yeah.
It's still Robert Downey Jr.
It's still Robert Downey Jr.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just Iron Man, man. Now you killed Iron Man. Now you back as Doom Man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and that's one thing
That's selfish. I wouldn't let another actor really breathe and be Victor Von Doom.
They should retire that jersey for real.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like about y'all podcast, man, because y'all got a niche. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the first podcast I know out of Chicago that actually focus on the Marvel world, the comic book world, and y'all splash the hip hop in there. I think that's very dope, man.
Yeah, man. It's the culture.
I mean, y'all do all the culture, you know, because I think all that shit is part of the culture. It's all a part of the culture.
Wu-Tang was who? Who Johnny Blaze? Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know, we came up, it's synonymous. We as hip hop heads and went to comic books. A lot of cats knew how to draw and graffiti.
Yeah.
So we went to become comic book artists and muralists and all this stuff. It's all synergy.
Yeah.
So
And we and all we grew up, especially
who don't like Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Right, you know what I'm saying? We was all watching the motherfucking the X-Men cartoon on shorties. We was all watching that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I never followed. I watched the cartoons, but I never really got into like the comic books and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's fair.
That's
fair. A lot of people didn't do that.
When the movies came out, I was in. Like my favorite, one of my favorite Batmans was Michael Keaton.
Indeed.
That was the first one.
That was
So
the
to your
first
Batman,
You know what I'm saying?
who's the best Batman?
I say Christopher.
Nolan.
Yeah. Nolan.
Christopher
No.
Nolan.
Are you talking about the actor or are you talking about the
I forget his name.
Best era.
No, so the best era of Batman, you gotta give it to the Christopher Nolan Batman. I think so.
Agree.
So I feel like the Tim
Is
Burton.
there any others?
The Tim Burton Batman. So Batman and Batman Returns were both really good, right? Especially given the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you really, and then it's like they were supposed to do that third one. When the whole Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin and all that shit. Yeah, that was actually legit. It was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? But then I forgot how it happened. But yeah,
I forgot how that fell out.
Yeah, but Tim Burton never got the chance to do the third one. So then that's when you got.
Now we get older and Christopher Nolan want to step up. I would probably agree because Batman Begins answered my Batman questions. Like, how the fuck you become this crazy motherfucker? And then it just showed the whole origin story. It's like, okay.
And they was the first.
I didn't know the jail part. I was like, all right.
Right.
He went to jail and shit.
And how this nigga actually became, because at the end of the day, Batman is a fucking ninja.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how this motherfucker actually became, because it's just like, okay, like, because most of the time all you hear is, oh, his parents died and he was rich.
Yeah, and
you know
that's
what I'm saying? And then,
like,
then somehow that translates to this
motherfucker
motherfucker fighting crowd. Right.
Why you fighting? You should be on a yacht with bitches.
Right. You be having a little thing. You be flying around and shit. How you learn how to do all
there's doctors out here that you could talk to.
Get some help.
Yeah, talking about trauma.
Now you got this crazy rich man in the hood beating up everybody and shit
beating
for
the
selling
fuck out of
nicks.
people.
And I like him because he fit the Playboy style. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had the Playboy style, and then he was like, nigga, I'll bust your ass.
Yeah, I like Christopher Nolan because the Joker. Dark Knight is probably still one of my favorite Batmans.
So
can you see the dark?
So right. So that was what I was going to ask, because that's a big debate. Now, obviously, Heath Ledger got the Oscar
Right.
The Joker was, and that was he really did because the Joker is a fucking complete psychopath. He's a maniac.
Right.
So the way he did the Joker was definitely the way it should have been done. Right. Even though Jack Nicholson's Joker was pretty fucking good.
Both of them was good, but it was different times.
Yeah. And Jack Nicholson
you
was
had
more
Jack Nicholson going over the art, spray painting.
Yeah.
He was Joker.
But Jack Nicholson was more of a gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where like Heath Ledger.
Man, he was a Joker.
He was like this nigga was just a fucking crazy maniac.
Passed away, right?
Yeah, he passed right after that role. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't get to a part 3.
Right. So, who was the better villain though? Was it Bane or was it the Joker?
Oh, definitely Joker.
I even put.
Do you feel powerful?
I put Scarface. I mean, not Scarface. Scarecrow in front of
In front of Bane?
Yeah, man. Are you scared of me?
You think the darkness is your ally?
He had the funniest voice. I was like, man, so he laugh.
His voice was
pretty hilarious, babe. We need to hang out. Let's do a pod together, babe.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah. So his voice, the voice was the first time I saw it. The voice was throwing me off a little bit. Like, why are you talking like that? You know what I'm saying? But I've watched that movie several times, and Bane was like that shit that he did. You know what I'm saying? The way he turned Gotham on his head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Worked.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty fucking diabolical, man.
Yeah, it worked.
You know what I'm saying? Bane was a motherfucker. I don't because he was they followed Heath Ledger, and because he became so famous, and he died and all that other stuff. I mean, he really because he deprived himself of sleep because he really wanted to feel like a maniac, right?
Damn.
So so Heath Ledger really basically drove himself crazy to play the Joker.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And he couldn't. He never because he ended up killing himself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So he was. So who knows how maybe he was. He
Be
had
careful,
going
actors, because there's some things you just don't want to do.
But there's some actors like that. There's some actors that do.
Oh, they do the method. The method.
Yeah.
They really get into.
Will Smith was talking about on some of his movies. He I went and be homeless and tried to be into that mode. So when I do hit the camera, it's authentic.
Yeah,
because you really went through it.
Because there's sometimes I know Denzel's even talked about that.
Yeah,
he's not as bad because some people like one of the most famous examples I remember is when Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman.
Oh yeah.
And he was so he basically it got to the point because there was a whole documentary about it because he was driving people crazy on set because the whole time they were filming he was Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
He never broke character.
Yeah.
Even when the camera was off, nigga, you still talking to Andy Kaufman. You know what I'm saying? So and some people are like that. I know. I think Daniel Day-Lewis was somebody that was real. They'll get into the character and that's what they
that nigga Bond at home. I don't want to deal with that. You Bond, nigga. Hold up, man.
Yeah.
What do you want? Paper or plastic?
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's so I don't know, but how do we even get there?
I don't know.
We
started to because
it's the flat nerd shit. It's flat nerd shit.
But
it's y'all show. What we talking about? What we talking about? Come on.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes I feel like it's a character. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in this world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have
cold change.
I mean, shit that went through everything in the past 2 months. It just seems like you have this mean ass president as a character of like a, you know what I'm saying? And then you just appointed all these other motherfuckers around and shit. Yeah, it's just so crazy. Like every day it's just something new. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how you gonna rename the Gulf of Mexico
again? Right.
Like, how are you gonna take over Canada? Like, do you even know if they fuck with you like that?
Gulf
like,
of
bro?
Mexico was Gulf of America. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, man?
Why are we even worried about these situations?
Hey.
Yeah, you know
I don't think they all be so crazy. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the joker.
Wait,
yeah. I don't know. It's really wild to me though because I think I was looking at something the other day. They were saying that like we've reached the find out part of fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really trying to do like massive government reform.
Yeah.
Right. And it's really bordering. So Trump is doing shit that is against the law. Like,
Don't say.
No, make no mistake about it. But because he posted some shit. It'd be crazy, like, because you see the things he posted. Because did y'all see the Valentine's Day shit that they posted?
No, what he did?
From their official White House account, they posted like there was like a Valentine's Day card, and it said it was like him and his the border czar, whatever the fuck this nigga name is.
Tom Homan.
Yeah, it was him and on him. They had both of their faces on the card. It said roses are red, violets are blue. If you come here illegally, we'll deport you.
See, that's
and this is. But do you have to put that on the Valentine's Day card, bro?
The thing about
that's kind of. I mean, that's not extreme to you.
I just feel like it's a little extreme. First off, he's an extreme man, so it's not unexpected. Maybe it's in poor taste, but it's not unexpected. But not unexpected from him. But yeah, definitely in fucking poor taste, bro. Like,
very poor taste. My thing is just like I've always said this: it's integrity, right? You look at how he approached the California burnings, right, and how Obama approached the California burnings. First thing Obama said, like, first off, I want to say prayers out to everybody out there that's lost their loved ones, that's lost them. Trump get out there like, yeah, I mean, they fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? What? They need water. Like he just went out and said some, it wasn't even like some old heartfelt shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, like you don't see him. He has no integrity. Like, he doesn't know how to, there's no.
Remember when he was throwing the paper towels in the crowd? I remember he was shooting up the paper towel. Like,
I thought was that toilet paper? Was it toilet paper?
Either or. It was bad. He shouldn't have been throwing it at the people like that.
But to go like to my
that was at the beginning, so I kind of agree with you. But it was an ass.
Yeah. So none of this shit is unexpected. You know what I mean?
But it's just like, come on, man. Like, the thing about it to me is like you're dealing with other countries, and other countries are looking at your antics. Your antics reflect a immature, grown-ass man. Even though if you're an asshole or not, it's certain things you should not say and certain things you should not do. And other countries are looking at you like, nigga, really? Like, you have no sympathy towards these people. You have no sympathy towards anything. You know, everybody got excited when he was like, oh, I'm going to get rid of federal taxes. All right, but do you even know what the federal taxes pay for? A lot of shit pay for. Like, what was the whole shit? The was that the day he shut down the shit? People couldn't even get. So
they
like Medicare paid for.
He shut down like all the federal funding. So anything that was federally funded. Freeze. It was a freeze on all federal funds.
Yeah. So my thing is like did he even have the knowledge of what all that details?
So and it was a lot of
like you just do it just to do it and don't even look at the end like oh damn this eliminates child care.
But I think this is what people voted for. He said he would do these things, and the reason he shut down the government, put a freeze on that, is just to see where there's waste, and there's a lot of waste.
So okay. Now, where you say this is what people voted for, I don't necessarily agree with you.
Okay.
Because I don't think people really understood.
So what was this? Because we talked about this on our pod, and take it to a Batman thing.
Uh-huh.
We don't get mad at the dog. We get mad at the person who let it off the leash. We all knew. We all experienced this before.
Yeah.
Okay, that's protocol. Whatever they're doing up there is all right, whatever. He had 4 years to figure this shit out, and he's going to execute everything this motherfucker going to do because he had 4 years to figure this shit out.
Right.
Why did y'all, I didn't do it. Why did people let him in?
So first off, I mean.
Why did you fall for the okie doke?
I don't think it was an okie doke. I would say that you have to ask yourself, is it that he's so good or the previous administration was so bad?
No, I think he played to his audiences, and it's videotapes of him playing to the audiences.
That's what politicians do.
But no, it came to the point where like he was playing to the audience. Like when he was in New Mexico and Arizona and all those states in there, he was showing love to the Mexicans. It's like, you know, we're gonna help you out, figure out this and then figure out that. But then when he goes to Alabama, he's like, fuck it, deport these motherfuckers. Like he played.
So they're not watching that footage and be like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this.
He's playing to the audience that he's in front of.
So I feel like that's more supporting my argument. The other side was so bad. They were so awful. They had no comeback. Here you got a man who's been indicted, accused of rape, accused of this and that, who's been actually convicted, and he still got more votes than any Republican damn near in history, except since Reagan.
Because, like once we said before you start, like you said, we said this before.
What?
He touched into those small towns. Those small towns that's like 14, 15,000 people that all white. And then even Dave Chappelle said this a long time ago. He was like, bro, when I was on tour, those small towns is what matters. Because those small towns, they're you're talking to a crowd that maybe have, and it's crazy to say this, maybe have like 2% black people, 1% Mexican, and it's all white. And they believe in the white man is this, and the white man is this, and this should be having the power. And they know the Republicans, and in that office, those old white people know that sitting up in Congress, that if we don't deport these motherfuckers, in the next few years, the white people will be the minority. And the majority will be Mexican and black. And then we can't run the country like how we want to run the country and not give black people shit, not give Mexican shit, not give nobody shit, and always be the superior person.
The other side of that argument is, why would you try to replace constituents with illegals? Why would you let them damn near open the border and just let them in?
It's not about illegals. People come.
It definitely is.
Okay, we didn't have. Once somebody said we didn't have a big gripe about when all the Ukrainians came to.
So
no. But see, we had an interview with Alderman Prime, Andre Vasquez, and we talked about the immigration thing. No, it was neighborhood Hyde Park. Y'all was tripping. Nah, they was taking over the schools and the stuff that the community centers, and using those for places for the the immigrants would chill at, and that was taking away all the daycare stuff, all the after school programs, and all the stuff that
it was a huge problem.
So people was complaining about that. Then along with the robberies and whatever else going on street level, but
So I feel like, in simple terms, a lot of people were just deceived, right? Trump, to me, is pretty much like a snake charmer. You know what I'm saying? Like a snake oil salesman, right?
Oh wow!
So for me personally, I don't understand how somebody like Trump has a history of like lying, shady business, felony convictions, all of and whether you agree with the felony convictions or not, Trump has a shady past. Right, so somehow he has become the person that's going to expose everything and become a beacon of truth, and he's going to be the one to get all of the corruption out of government. Is somehow is like really fucking odd that this would be the person that's going to do it. Right.
I'm sorry.
So, but also the people that those people in those small towns, right. All these because the thing about it is most of the progressives are on the coast, right? You talk about along the coast of California and along the Atlantic coast, right? That's where most of your progressive states are. But in the middle, this is pretty much all, Republican red, right?
No, Illinois is blue, right?
Illinois is blue, but that's but most states around us are red. Indiana's red. Wisconsin is red. Minnesota is blue. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then when you get to your Missouris, your North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, Montana, Idaho, these are all
Texas.
Red states.
Texas.
What's in Nebraska, right? In those states, it's a lot of farmland, right? So what's the one thing that they didn't count on? Right, because all they basically talk about, one of the main things they talk about that was really causing us to lose a lot of money was immigration, right? So they were talking about, so they were saying the whole time where we need to smaller government and all this other stuff, but nobody really understood what that meant, and they weren't very specific about what smaller government was either while they were campaigning, right? So now that he's in office, and now you see, okay, this is what they mean. So for example, that U.S. aid.
USAID.
The U.S. aid, right? motherfuckers, all the farmers didn't know how much that shit was gonna hurt them. So they put a freeze on all the USAID shit, but that's one of their primary exports is food.
Indeed. There's still not an excuse not to do research.
Yeah, it's not. But most people don't. But so farmers.
That's why we're here.
Right. So farmers are losing a lot of business because they can't sell their food to USAID now. So they're losing a lot of fucking money.
Yep.
Guess what else is happening? They're talking about freezing federal funds from the Department of Education, right? A lot of these smaller schools and these already struggling school districts definitely can't afford to lose federal funding, right? So then, and not only that, you realize how many people are about to lose their fucking jobs who have already lost their jobs? How he's cutting the federal
substitutes and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But not all these people that work in the federal government, right? Like, but he wasn't saying that we're gonna lay all these people off. Right. All these people are gonna lose their jobs. You're not gonna be able to sell your crops to USAID because we're gonna gut that agency. He wasn't saying all that shit. He was saying we're gonna get these Mexicans the fuck up out of here though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was his main thing.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. That's where the deception comes in. That's where
when have a politician ever told the truth?
So yes, facts, right? And who's to say it would be 10 times better under Kamala, right?
It would not.
But
At all.
But I will argue that it wouldn't be like this. And also, so it may have been bad for different reasons, right? But what Trump is doing, and like, there's also no mistaking that we have like white nationalists. And they are white nationalists. They are Christian fundamentalists, and we can argue whether what the fuck Elon was doing. Like, but that's not. There is no argument in my
Cobra
eyes.
Commander shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, and the fact that he talking about also
run
all of a
out in
sudden,
the streets and do that.
Right.
So give him.
We talking about, well, he's autistic. What the fuck?
They
you know
ain't,
what I'm saying?
nigga.
So I'm giving my heart to the. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like, but anyway, but it also, but then you got people that somebody. That either is up for a cabinet position or has a cabinet position. The dude said that we need competent white men in charge. You know what I mean? Like, so they
this their time to shine.
Right. They have a very specific agenda. So that's why I see like, so certain things, politics, policy aside.
All right.
Right. Because from a politics and policy side, the government, one side really ain't much better than the other. They may do things differently, but at the end of the day, we all pretty much gonna get fucked either way, one way or the other, right? You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But from a morality and just kind of, it's funny because Trump used this shit when he blamed DEI on that fucking helicopter crash. He said, and
this is what I'm talking about.
He said,
he was like poor taste, but I would say you could say he was in poor taste, but I'll say the ultimate question is he wrong?
Yes, he's fucking wrong.
Okay.
So for that example, when he's blamed, so first off, you immediately blame DEI for a fucking helicopter crash.
Taste now.
But it's in poor taste and it's also wrong because one, how the fuck do you know that? It hasn't even been. He said the shit. It hadn't even been 12 hours, bro. They didn't know who was on that motherfucker. Well,
he was going off the FAA policies before that. That's.
But how do you know that had anything to do with what happened? So
you're trying to say black people can't drive planes?
And it's not always about black people, though.
Dude, the DEI doesn't always apply to.
So you're saying Asians
can't
can't fly planes?
And that's the
Mexicans
thing,
can't fly planes?
Sometimes we can't. We gotta choose which fight to fight. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, we gotta.
But my point was that.
How in the hell a helicopter don't see a big ass plane coming?
Well, I mean that's a whole other discussion.
Was that intent? Like, was that really?
Right, they got all type of instruments on there, so that's why he said it, because the FAA had implemented some DEI policies on hiring the pilots. Now, can we prove that? I don't know. I can't sit here and say I know. But he said the reason he knew that DEI policies were responsible for this plane crash was because of common sense. That was what he said. No sort of evidence. He didn't cite any statistics.
What color was the pilot?
He said because she was white. It was a white woman.
White woman. The helicopter woman. Right?
The helicopter pilot, yeah.
They said she was in the wrong.
Well, yeah,
because they
were flying lower than they should have, and they were flying in spaces they shouldn't have been flying in.
Yeah, and then they said it was audio of them saying like, "Hey, there is a plane," and she ignored it.
No. So they let them know how it happened. That's besides my fucking point. We spending too much time on that.
Right.
How that happened is really shouldn't say.
Didn't they say she didn't have enough flight hours or something?
No, she said she had like over.
See, all this matters.
Right.
I'm just saying.
but she had a lot of flight hours. I read about it. She had a lot of flight hours. Right. Okay. She wasn't new to this.
All right.
But in my mind, common sense should have kept you from voting for this dude, thinking that he was going to help all of us out. You know what I'm saying?
Especially who?
Anybody that's not white, male, and rich.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
So what's your counter?
What's your counter? Yeah,
my counter is
how is Trump good for the black people?
I don't think one
generation.
He's a man with money, so he's going to be rude because he's not used to answering anybody. So he's going to just say whatever the fuck he wants because he has money. And I say two, for a racist, I mean he does a lot of black shit that he don't have to do.
Like
you know
what
I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
If he's a racist,
okay.
He does a lot of black shit he don't have to do.
Like what?
Like that First Step program for the prisoners. Not the First Step. Probably saying it
wrong. No. I know what you're talking about. The First Step back, the shit he did with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
He pardoned a lot of niggas.
The thing with the HBCUs. He does a lot of shit that he didn't have to do.
HBCUs were all people. I don't know how somehow Trump became responsible for funding HBCUs because they've always gotten government funding well before Trump. But also they're talking about cutting federal funding for any school that has any sort of specifications in terms of race and gender. Right. So operating under the guise of HBCU may fuck around and be federally illegal. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way they're going, right? Indeed. This is the type.
So that's all you got,
right? So my thing is,
I'm sorry. I need to know more.
I'm sorry.
And I would just say, and that's why I brought up is that maybe he's so bad. He's so good, or the other side was so bad. I think the other side was just so
okay.
Give me no. Give me Trump.
Give me Trump because see, that's why I think. I'll just let you continue on, son.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't trying to really point fingers at the other side, but I guess I was. I'm just saying that they were so bad, and it's just the 4 years. Their record of 4 years was just awful, and I think that's why Kamala Harris didn't win because one, she was new how they just pushed her in there, but two, she was associated with the Biden administration. That didn't help her out at all. And with the Trump, and when you compared it to like his administration before them, you compared that to when Biden was in office, it was almost a night and day difference.
How does Trump benefit the black culture?
I'm still talking, goddammit.
I'm just asking.
But I'm just saying it was almost night and day. And whether you black, white, Mexican, midget, or alien, you could say a lot of people could say when Trump was in office before, life was better, as opposed to the last 4 years was awful.
Can I say something real quick? The only reason why life was more better in 2020 is because we had a pandemic and everybody was scamming and was getting the money that they was getting. Wait. Because Trump is a person that doesn't really deal with legal shit. He has illegal shit that he has done. So he put these plans out here, these grants and these loans. Hey, you can say you run.
But Trump didn't do that though. He was trying to block that shit.
But I understand that.
Congress did that.
But the people, the general public, think Trump is the reason why we got those grants and those loans.
I didn't even mention any grants or loans.
But wait. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, people thought it was better back then because people was spending money. People was shopping. People was buying things offline. We was stuck in the house. The economy was a little bit better because a lot of people were scamming to get the money. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it was a great thing.
But I'm saying, so you
because now we got $8 eggs.
So you saying that? But I'm saying you look at that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just
what the fuck?
Flu at the same time.
But you look at that. You got $8 eggs versus a pandemic Trump administration. You trying to tell me the executive branch had nothing to do with either?
Okay, wait.
That what you're trying to tell me?
Wait,
let me go pee. Y'all keep going.
Okay, so first off, 2020 was Trump's last year. We talking about 2020.
Gotcha.
That was Trump lost the election in 2020.
Gotcha.
Right?
Supposedly. No.
You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. Well, depending on who you ask.
Oh man.
And you know, and hold on, just side note,
I missed?
And just to see how he did that landslide victory against Kamal, that did make me look at that whole thing a little different. But I have no proof to say that they tampered with it. It just made me look at it different. But I got no proof though. It made me look at it different. That's all I'm saying.
So, hey, y'all missing the fact that we wasn't off just getting money for no reason. It was a fucking virus outside.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it was a pandemic.
Yeah, it was a scamdemic.
And so yeah, pandemic, however you want to call it. But my point being is that was during the last of Trump, right? And typically, you don't really get to see the effects of an administration until like towards the end of their term, their 4-year term, and if they get another term, then they can really start. You know what I'm saying? Really, like you really feeling it, right? So a lot of the good that we experienced during Trump was because of the previous administration, right? The economy, all that stuff, the way the world was during that time, Trump inherited that, right?
From the deporter in chief.
Yeah, Obama deported a lot of fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nobody was saying that at the time.
Indeed.
But, and this is not to say that
you love that Nas and Jay-Z Black Republican song, don't you?
I don't even know that song, bro.
You gotta love that record.
But no. So it was. It just made me lose my train of thought. No, but it was. I mean, no. So 2016, right? Trump gets into office.
Yes.
He starts immediately. Muslims can't come in the fucking country. You know what I'm saying?
First day.
Yeah.
First day. How
Muslims,
you just take a whole...
And he threw up the wall.
Right. Well, started building the wall. But so
he should have built the wall.
So okay.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to lose the larger point here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I've been trying to say is he's won off of ignorance and stupidity.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yes. There's no other way. Okay. All right. If you honestly think Trump likes black people?
You know, I don't know.
Yes or no?
I would say I feel like this about Trump. I feel like he would go to the ball game with me, invite me to dinner, but he wouldn't let me marry his daughter.
Okay.
That's the type of race.
So and
you specifically?
I'm a black man, I think.
So
oh no, maybe I can convince him otherwise.
Nah, I ain't meaning like that, but I'm just saying though.
But because what we're finding out now is when people are finding out, and we're only like a couple of months in at this point, right?
Right.
And what we're finding
barely,
right.
And we're finding out a gang of
Dr.
shit.
Strange, just seen all the timeline.
Right, yeah, this nigga got that shit turning him. But no, but that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like we're in the finding out portion of fuck around.
So why is
because it was a cool thing to be a Trump supporter, right?
Really?
When?
I don't know about that, bro.
No. Recently, yes, it was.
No, sir.
You don't think? No.
If I wore a Trump hat in certain areas, that's a problem.
In Chicago, it's red. So
here it is. I'm talking about nationwide. And I remember in 2016, I didn't know anybody personally that was like a Trump supporter was voting for Trump. Now I see a lot of motherfuckers I know that be going hard for Trump.
Really? I say that's because the last 4 years was just awful.
Okay, so
all right, no. Because there's a certain cult following that's behind this. There's a lot of celebrity into it. Just with Obama's and all of that, there was a lot of celebrity fan factor that's into all of this as well. Twice. Same here. So, and it's the same thing with this guy. You know, it wasn't as evident at first, but then, like you said, when this campaign started rolling, it's literally blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump. They had a whole song
Trump,
and dance.
Trump was very right. And now the motherfuckers in danger of being deported.
Hit. Nah.
Right, yeah.
Nigga, you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, that shit is empty. The motherfuckers are not outside. What else? So, they ain't finna help you put a drywall up or nothing.
And it's not even, and I shouldn't ask the question. Do you think Trump likes black people? Because honestly, I don't really think it's about that, or racism.
I don't think any systematic system cares for black people.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's not even just black people in general, right? But I just feel like so many people that voted for Trump voted against their own interests, unknowingly so.
I see what you're saying.
Because they were so fixated on the show.
Yeah.
And the things he was saying, you know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna, grocery prices are gonna go down. And everything is the crooked Democrats' fault. We gotta get the crooked Democrats out. Crooked Joe Biden should be in jail, Kamala should be in jail. They're all robbing you, right? And now Trump is in office, and now you don't know if you're gonna be able to get your SNAP benefits.
Well, shouldn't his approval rates be down?
You don't think? I don't know if they are or they're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. But what we know is true is your SNAP benefits are in danger, your child care benefits are in danger, all your federal jobs are in danger.
Your
housing is in danger, right? Your any sort of non-for-profit that you made that benefits any sort of
a lot of your funds, if you was on the DKs, the art stuff,
all
the extra funding and all of that could be gone. The FEMA, what was that stuff that help your bills?
Damn, the shit with the electric bill, the utility bill, all of these programs that people depend on, federally funded programs, are in danger, right? And people weren't counting on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they...
my thing is this. If it's going to be gone, will it be replaced? Because you only can't... what you going to do?
It is... So if it is...
All the homeless people, get your ass out of presidential towers. We ain't paying that voucher no more.
Well, personally, what I think the play is... I think the play is they're going to try... It's going to be more privatization than anything else.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like corporations, because the thing is, like Social Security is in danger. They're talking about
that's been in danger for a minute.
And yeah, it has, but even more so now because they
read books about this a long time ago.
We did.
We
did.
Look, as an American, a person who lives here,
a beige American
that's been working since he was 16 years old.
That doesn't matter.
That's only been unemployed for 8 months out of my whole life.
I wish I could say that.
My Social Security is decent. Nigga, for you to snatch over like 80 grand out my way that I was supposed to get, nigga, I will be pissed.
Yeah. You probably will be pissed then.
Because a lot of people depend on that, bro. A lot of older people, like my boss, she's at the age where she can retire. So she has her pension, and she's like in my Social Security. So she's already factored in. All right, this is what I have to live off of. Mm-hmm. For you to even think of snatching that for people that actually have worked for that all these years, and not even be like, okay, look, we're gonna snatch your Social Security, but we're gonna at least give you 60% of it. Yeah. No, we're not gonna give you shit. We're just gonna snatch it out, and now you like. Damn, nigga, I was kind of hoping to get that.
But that's been on the downslide for a minute, bro.
But still, it don't matter if it's Trump or Biden. It's just, nigga, what?
The acceleration.
We got to wrap it up off this one.
Yeah, we do, because we can be going for a while. Yeah. But the acceleration at the rate that this has happened, it's just going to be interesting to see how this goes. But I just feel like what we've been seeing is like. And I've always thought this, like people, and it's ironic because so many of the people that you see capping for Trump do it from a position of intellectual superiority. Like they feel like, absolutely. They feel like they know more than you. They feel like they're smarter than you. They feel like they have it figured out, and you're just a sheep. You're a leftist sheep.
And you can't tell them. I argued with a lady the other day. She told me those windmills that be in the country kills more birds and more harmful to the environment than anything else in the world. And that she doesn't believe in global warming and none of that shit. I'm like, what lady? Like, Are you even paying attention to anything that's going on in the world?
And Trump successfully spoke to that base and gave them something, and that shit was a lot bigger than I think we all realized. We definitely should have realized in 2016, and it's only gotten greater. And to your point a little bit, the previous administration obviously didn't help.
Not at all.
Because I mean, it was that was kind of a. I mean,
before we get off this topic, right? The man is trying to get rid of the way he could be president for forever.
You want Dr. Doom?
Now just think about it like this.
This guy.
Just think about it like this. Yeah, my homeboy's like, that's crazy.
So
he like, if Obama would have even thought about that, they crucified him for wearing a tan suit.
Yeah.
A tan suit. Like, you're not presidential. Nigga, I just wanted to wear a fly suit. Nigga, what the fuck? Do I have to wear a blue suit all the time?
This nigga Trump tweeted from his account, "He who saves his country does not violate any law."
Wow. I would say to that, just to take it back.
All hail Doom.
To take it back to the Batman, I still believe that Trump is the villain that America needs.
For what?
To take
he's
it.
The only guy who will do stuff regardless of how people feel. He'll do it. Whereas if you had another president, I'll say perfect example. If you had Kamala Harris in there, she's not going to do anything that doesn't feel good. If it doesn't feel good, she's not going to do it. Whereas the Trump, even though he does a lot of extreme shit, but he's going to do some shit to get it done, no matter regardless how people feel about it.
But to get what done though?
For whose benefit?
For whose benefit?
I feel the country benefits in the long run.
So what's the country? Based off of Make America Great Again, what's this country based off of?
It's the United States. Even when he was running, I felt like a lot of stuff he says goes over people's heads. And I'm not gonna sit down and say.
So what went over my head?
Yeah. Give me an example.
I can't speak for you guys. I don't know yet. I don't know.
But just say something that you think maybe in general.
Yeah.
I would say like the tariff situation. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of that is a negotiating tactic. I mean, it brought Mexico to the table. It brought Canada to the table. So I'm saying it's more of a negotiating tactic. People just look more of it as what's in front of my face as opposed to the long game. And they villainize the man so much. It's not nothing he can do that's going to be right. Whereas if Kamala Harris or Barack Obama, they could take a dump on the White House lawn. Oh, they helping the environment. That's great. You know what I'm saying?
It's good for the community.
Trump's wife stole Michelle Obama's whole speech, word for word, and recited it at
Obama had speechwriters from the get-go. I used to work right next door to
but still, either way it go,
all
like
those passionate speeches and shit was wrote by a little white
She didn't come to the damn inauguration, Michelle.
I mean,
Trump didn't come to the inauguration last year. He was the sitting president.
Exactly.
He was busy.
Yeah, busy inciting the fucking riot.
No, Michelle said it herself. She was like,
Project 2025.
Right. People, and that's the biggest fucking thing.
I got shit to do.
This nigga tried to. It was a riot. They were trying to overthrow the government.
Right.
And he was inciting that shit.
Cobra Commander.
And now, like, I remember watching that shit. I was like, oh yeah, well, at least we ain't got to worry about him running again.
right.
And
Come on in. Right.
I didn't think he could run again either after that. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't think.
But I agree. The other party was lackluster.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't pull. And this is all is politics, entertainment is all. You gotta draw the crowd, man. If you don't get the people, the popular vote, then you lose. That's any sport, any game.
Speaking of crowds, so we got to get off this topic.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. For a while.
It's all right, bro.
The highest Super Bowl performance, 133 million people.
Well, damn.
Saw Kendrick Lamar perform.
Oh yeah.
On national television. Now we're not going to talk about the performance. We're not going to really get into all that.
Yeah, because that was a while ago at this point.
It was a while ago.
It's all right.
So we're not really going to go in depth.
Good.
It was great.
And people have done enough.
Right. Yeah.
You got
so many think tanks.
Oh my God. All the fucking dissertations and shit that we've written about. You know what I'm saying? Every little movement that nigga did was dissected. And I'm sorry.
It was like the PlayStation. I mean, it was just a lot.
Right.
But my question is,
yes.
Do you think that Kendrick would have made the Super Bowl performance if it wasn't for the beef?
No. No.
So, no. You go.
This was all wherever that song with Drake and J. Cole said pissed that man off.
Oh my God.
That pissed him off because, dude, he went to the lab, had 5 cookers for you already, and said super bigger than the Super Bowl. You know, like I bet you he like Batman looking at the line of Robin. He said bigger than the Super Bowl.
And I think his team knew that.
We're gonna show him.
I think his team, because if you really look at it, right, it was very strategic, right? Who had the beef? Drake drops a record. He antagonizes him, man. You better come back with some lyrical miracle.
Nah. Come on out.
Come on in. You know what I'm saying? And then Kendrick came.
What
and then he
pause,
dropped,
nigga.
Pause.
Hold on.
He arrived. Okay. Then he arrived again. And then
what the hell? He took a pill, goddamn.
Wait a minute.
Showing out. Sometimes you gotta pop out on niggas.
Right.
And then Drake drops another record. And then that record Drake dropped was great until 2 hours later, and then it was
Bingo.
Bing, not like us.
Yeah.
Nigga, I just watched Saturday Night.
Meet the Grams was scary enough. Like, he didn't have to drop that record. He could have waited to the next day.
Nigga, Not Like Us is going to be a record that's going to be around forever. Like, it's got to the point where when like I said, I was watching Saturday Night Live. And for the past 2 weeks, they've been celebrating their 50th year. So they had like a great documentary produced by Questlove. It's like 2 hours long about all the music acts they ever had on Saturday Night Live, which is a very great doc to watch.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
That you get, bro. It's amazing.
Is it on Hulu?
It's on. It's on Hulu.
Okay.
On Hulu and Peacock.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you can watch it, and it talks about like every live performance they ever had.
Okay.
Even the fucked up shit they went through. Like Kanye walking off because they changed his set. It was so crazy.
I'm skipping to
Oh,
that.
damn. I ain't know Melissa Ford.
No,
Okay.
Melissa Ford got it sometimes.
Man.
But anyway, we're on the mic.
But
shout out to her. Nah.
yeah. Shout out to you. God damn. But then it was just like, you know, I think his team was strategic. They was like, okay, look, we're gonna use this beef to catapult you to the Super Bowl. And then we're gonna drop it because he has another album coming out.
So what? I can't. So you can't. I don't think. So was the Super Bowl in their plans? I don't think that's something you can never count on.
I think after
the industry and how they look, you see the Grammys when he won and they played the record and everyone in the place said, of course,
the A minor part. Yeah.
These your peers. You had Dr. Dre high-fiving with what's his name, Lucien. That's your guy that's put, like, you know, it's a lot of industry things that's going on. And this particular record, when you're talking about PDFing and all of that, why is that the push, right? Why do we have flags of the kids in the A minor chain and the A minor? It's like merch that you're selling out to the people now. So what are y'all pushing? You know what I mean? So is Drake in the wrong when he's suing for defamation? Because even at the Super Bowl, he did the first verse. The second verse of Not Like Us is the heater.
Right.
That's the colonizer verse, nigga. Like, all right, yo. He went around and did all of this stuff just in the same motions, but they cut that off and have you say the A minor shit. Part, you know what I mean? Yeah. Why is that?
Because so they definitely didn't focus more on the culture vulture because that was a big. So
that's the stab in the heart. For me,
right. So I always thought that. When I first heard the song, because that was a part like, that's really. But the A minor part was just like, oh, that's clever, that's funny.
Yeah, it's just fun.
That's funny.
You know,
what I'm saying?
That's cool, man.
Like, A minor, I see what you did there. I get it.
Smart man. Look at the brain on Brett.
This guy.
You stupid. But no.
This guy.
But so I got a couple of things, right? Okay. So would Kendrick have done the Super Bowl performance had he not come up with Not Like Us?
Yeah.
Obviously, no.
I would say one thing we might be forgetting his association with Dre and Aftermath.
Yeah,
I think
so
that's how they got
he was.
it.
I mean, he performed on the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, with Dre and all of
that. Yeah, he was there with Dre. So
he did the hits. Why he didn't do the hits on this
So I think because he already did the hits. I think he did the hits. He did the hits then. So and he got a new album. He doing his GNX shit. And he did some of the old school shit. He did some of his other hits. But so okay, would he have been on the Super Bowl if it had been for Not Like Us? Absolutely not. Not Like Us.
You think you should thank Drake for that?
Nah, I don't think you should thank Drake. I don't think there's any way people could have anticipated that this record was going to be as big as it was.
And I think when he dropped that record, I think because they didn't announce he was going to do Super Bowl to like way after that record dropped. Those numbers, and then they saw the video came out, and I think Jay-Z and his team and Rock Nation was like, yeah, we're gonna put him on.
We're gonna put him on Super Bowl, man. But Jay don't like Drake.
Oh yeah, so there's definitely some trolling to it because like, so the thing is,
because dude say ain't no round two. So we'll see y'all at the Super Bowl. So Crip walked out.
But also, the thing I don't necessarily like that people are trying to act like Kendrick wasn't big before this, right? Now, was he as big as Drake? No. But nobody's really
Super Bowl material without the Not Like Us.
I think he's. I think it's fringe.
I think that's questionable.
I think it's fringe.
I say no.
So let's really think about.
Is Drake more Super Bowl material?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But, the what? The who?
I mean, no. But Drake is a bigger artist.
Drake is
there's multiple reasons for that, right?
So why Kendrick isn't?
Well,
is J. Cole biggest?
No, J. Cole not big enough for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
J. Cole is big. He got his core following, but J. Cole Super Bowl now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think J. Cole was definitely very revolutionary on that.
But no, I'm not even talking about J. Cole don't have big enough songs for the Super Bowl.
Right, that's what I'm.
And that's the thing because you couldn't. Nobody gets the Super Bowl for one song, right? Anybody that's done the Super Bowl has a catalog of hits, right?
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't get the Super.
We're in a new age now, so now this legacy thing is.
I mean, but even still, so I think this may be the first time we've seen somebody get the Super Bowl because of a moment. Because he definitely got it because of this.
Yeah.
But he had the catalog, dog. I mean, he has Kendrick has monster transcended hits. Like We Gonna Be All Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge fucking song. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
I agree.
Money Trees. And so and the thing about it is people were saying they were mad because it was so many songs that he didn't do.
Yeah.
Right? So people were like, damn, we thought you was going to do the hits.
Got a 15-minute set and you only...
He basically did, he did an opening set for his GNX tour.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, he needed that moment to get the Super Bowl, but he definitely had the catalog, dog. Yeah. He's definitely already huge.
So this was a troll.
Yeah, I mean, so for Kendrick, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you better do some hits on there, man. You got...
So, yeah. No, so this was definitely...
But I did like... Well, you say don't talk about the show, but I like the presentation with Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam.
Oh, yeah.
That camera work was crazy.
Yeah, the camera work was super dope. Yeah. And the set design was dope.
Oh, yeah. It was a great show. But I just think, like, in hindsight, looking at it, I feel like during that time, like, because, all the reaction was, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you had your Drake people that was just, they gonna fixate him. They're gonna be, Drake is the man no matter what, right? Yeah. Then you have like, your deep thought Kendrick people. You know what I'm saying? That went on for a while.
Yeah.
And, but the main
6 incense.
Right.
Watching.
Right. But now it's like
in my sage.
So, but now it's like, okay, is Kendrick as big as Drake now?
I would say it's not more of like who's bigger is what they represent. Whereas I would say Drake is almost rap light. He's like the Diet Coke of rap. You like him, but if you want some real Coke, you would turn to a Kendrick or a J. Cole.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of a turning of the you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of flipping of the reins. It's like we're gonna push the guys from the street who people can say is more genuine, where Drake is kind of a more like a Diet Coke of rap.
Well, I mean, the latest record he just came out with, he said, "Fuck this beef. I'm here to get the party lit."
Of course you're gonna say it now. You lost.
Yeah. He's taking, like I said before, he's taking his L. Like we talked about it in our little group chat with him walking out with the
the bullet hole
smoking.
Just let that shit go.
But like you know, if I'm to be honest with you, if I'm an artist and I lost the beef, that was a good symbolization. Like I'm still here. I'm still going out and do my thing. Ain't nothing stopping me.
I'm bulletproof.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a little extreme. This nigga just got shot for real.
But my hope, honestly, out of all this other stuff, you know, so yeah, Kendrick's big. Yeah, he deserved the Super Bowl. He got there because of Not Like Us. But now I really just want that shit to go away.
No, this should be it. That should be the final nail in the coffin, nigga.
Wrap this shit up,
When I saw Will Ferrell do Not Like Us.
That was funny.
Yo,
on the cast.
But what part was he doing? The pedophile
the A minor,
part.
yeah.
A minor. I was like,
but that's the part everybody's obsessed with, which is I've never thought about that, but it's definitely weird that this is the part.
So what would be crazy if Drake is the next person to be brought up on charges?
Well, that never happened. So that part of the record is like, all right, that's the fun part. But the colonizer part is
that's the one that has the substance. That's the meat and the potatoes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Looking over that.
And
one.
that's like the substance of it because Bootsy Badass came out and said some shit, and he was just like, "Yo, like I really am mad about all the people that basically turned their back on Drake after this shit came out. This man had gave y'all only #1 hits.
That's true.
He's giving y'all hit after hit after hit. You call the man for a verse, he coming in. He's on number.
So what is
he's
that?
giving you your credit, but he was like, now y'all
that?
not even fucking with dude. Like that's fucked up. Like ain't none of y'all niggas gonna stick up for this dude and say, yo, like. He a good dude. Only one is 21.
He got fired.
I think.
Like, 21 Savage is the only one that's like, yeah, that's my nigga still.
Again,
to this
I
day.
think is what Drake represents.
Because 2 Chainz didn't say shit in that interview.
He did not. He did not. That's what I'm going on. He did
Hey,
not.
yo, 2 Chainz, you say, hey,
like,
what you gotta say? Well, you know, me and Larry June got this album.
Right. I don't know.
But
Like,
what do you think Drake? Drake, to me, honestly, he represents a party. He represents a good time. That's his just mood music. That's it. It's just
Mood music.
Mood music. Like you, just like how Joe Buttons came out with mood music.
So that's why niggas defending them because they was getting pussy off of Drake.
Yeah, it's not even that, but it's just if you got 7 girls,
this ain't my pod. I say whatever the fuck I want.
right? Exactly. If you got a party going on and you got more women than it is guys,
Right.
and you setting the tone for the evening,
Right.
you want everybody to dance, have a good
what
time.
you gonna
You're gonna play Drake
Common or
Of
Drake?
course.
more than you will play Kendrick. It's just,
But I think,
you know what I'm saying?
but again, I think it goes back to
Say
what the
Black as a
culture
berry.
because when motherfuckers go out now, they don't even really dance like that, and I just think it's kind of a switching.
Like I said, I've always been as a party promoter, a person that's done events. It's always key to know your crowd. Mm-hmm. If you like to go and party and dance, you should follow DJs and parties that actually do that.
Right.
I have went to plenty of parties recently and have been danced my ass off.
Yeah.
Like if you went to the
As a
promontory
hip hop
or something.
head and being on that
You know what I'm
level
saying?
of
Yeah.
the business and
so at
streets like
Promontory,
that,
you go through their
yeah,
list.
you go.
Hey,
it's a
Mark
list.
Full of Flavor.
Yep.
That's my crowd.
Yeah.
Jay Illa.
Yeah.
That's my crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not finna go. No disrespect to Juki the Kid. Big shout out to you. But his crowd is a younger crowd.
Indeed.
So all they finna do is Instagram and go
Indeed.
around.
Indeed.
So like that's up to the individual to actually look on what type of environment, what type of vibe you want to get into.
Indeed. But I'm just speaking like in general. Like when you go out, I mean, there are people like yourselves who may go into it and say, well, certain DJ, certain place is going to give me a certain vibe. But I'm just speaking, generally speaking, I mean, the party vibe isn't what it used to be. So, again, I do agree with you. Drake would definitely get the party going way more than Kendrick or Lamar. But I feel generally speaking, people not really dancing anyway, so they're going to listen to Kendrick. And two, I think it's just kind of a changing of the guard where Drake kind of represents the poppy feeling I'm sad type of shit, and Kendrick is the more of the conscious street level type of shit. And I think people are starting to lean a little bit more towards that.
Kendrick is what you play to get in the mood to deal with certain things. I'm not finna play Kendrick if I'm about to go to the club. I'm not.
Play Kendrick when you about to wash your car.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play Kendrick like.
When I watch the car.
You know what I'm saying?
Real constructive.
Nigga, no, I want to.
I want to get soapy. Fuck it.
Nigga, I got this book report to read. Let me
Right,
listen to this
yeah,
Kendrick. Nah,
Kendrick
but like it's just a certain vibe.
But
Like,
I feel like because Kendrick got party songs, not as many as Drake.
exactly.
Drink.
You know what I'm saying?
He got Drink. He got
Money Trees is a party
Trees,
song.
yes,
Don't Kill
yes,
My
yes.
Vibe is a party song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
King Kunta is a party song.
I don't
See,
think they
his
come close.
his level of entertainment wasn't like Drake. Drake,
No.
Not at all.
even if you think about hip hop, right? Like Biz Markie was the party MC versus
Yeah.
like Big Daddy Kane.
Rest in peace.
It was a little
Was
bit
he
more.
yeah.
But then Big Daddy Kane could transition and do party
He can do
records,
party
right?
songs,
So it's the same kind of thing right there. Drake, if you want to just compare it, then Drake is more the party.
But
rapper.
but you know,
But either way, wrap this shit up. Not like us. It's over, B.
It's over
I
with.
didn't I didn't even realize because I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, that shit dropped like it was probably like it was in fall and shit. That shit came out in May.
Yeah.
It's been damn near a year, bro. We've been like this song has been
I
playing.
didn't know that's a single on GNX. So that's an actual, Not Like Us is an actual single on GNX album.
I don't because Not Like Us wasn't on GNX.
It wasn't on it.
It was
so
not.
that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
confirm. Okay.
So
right.
Not Like Us was not on GNX.
Okay.
He just dropped
So it
that
was
song
just
because
a
of the beat.
battles
Yeah.
record.
But
Damn, he dropped a Grammy. He got a Grammy off of battle.
5.
Five. So it's crazy to see
Not even
because,
on the album.
and I think because this is definitely different for Kendrick because normally
So is that fucked up? So now his career, do we have to do Not Like Us everywhere now?
Damn.
you got to retire. I mean, people gonna want to hear it. I don't know, but I don't want to hear that shit no more.
I want to put my career. That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like he definitely has enough hits to do other things.
That means it's
But and this is also a little different for him because normally Kendrick, he'll drop an album, he'll be out a little, he'll do the tour or whatever, and then like you really don't see or hear from Kendrick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until
Like,
it's
he
time.
doesn't do a lot of
But now,
interviews.
but this and he's still not doing a lot of interviews. But this is like the most he's been in the public eye for like the longest period of time.
Yeah.
Like in a while because like you got the Not Like Us, then you got the GNX. Now the GNX tour is about to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah.
yeah,
I'm not. Last year I did all my concerts.
Yeah, that's
last
what I
year,
asked, right.
Last year I was concert out. Like, you know what I'm saying? This year I'm more of family vacation, spending more time. It's a few shows that I'm going to go pop out with. To wrap it up, like I think for the 60th Super Bowl next year, my prediction is that it will either be Jay-Z or LL Cool J.
During the halftime.
Doing the halftime. I think Jay would do the halftime show because just for the simple fact of I've ran the halftime show for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, it's my turn.
I think it's my turn, and I think next year is the last.
You bringing
on their
Siegel and
contract.
Free? They doing what we do?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jay.
I just want to see that because I mean, 444 is a dope album, but I mean, Jay hasn't came out, but I just want to see Jay on the stage.
I want to
again.
hear the raps. Hey, you
But I
was
also
playing
think
some real Jay-Z, like the early shit you was playing
Yeah.
at the top of the show had made me like, damn, this the rapping Jay-Z for real.
Yeah.
when Jay-Z was really,
Yeah.
you forget how good.
rapping.
Dude was cold.
Yeah.
But like, I would love to see either him or LL. You know what I'm saying? I think
a cameo
for the
by Dame
60th.
Dash.
Well, I don't
Dame
think you're ever
Dash
gonna
is-
see that.
yeah, you're gonna never
I think
see that.
I think that beef is
Dame
eternal.
Dash
I
and
don't-
turned into what he talked about all the time, Chatty Patty. Now he's a Chatty Patty.
Chatty Patty.
But motherfucking shout out to hold on, I gotta get my music for this motherfucker.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he got the right button. Okay.
Shout out to
Good job.
motherfucking Chris Brown for bringing home the Grammy. I'm sorry. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. No, because I'm a Chris Brown fan.
Yeah, I'm right. This is
No, because like my thing was like people have been dogging Chris Brown for the longest time. He hasn't been able to perform in award shows because of that shit since Rihanna, and all that man did.
That's crazy.
All he's done since then is drop fucking heat.
That's crazy.
Every fucking year, this man drops fucking heat. And now, you know what I'm saying, to see him on the Grammy stage, to win a Grammy, you know what I'm saying?
He was there?
Nah, he didn't come because he was like because they banned him from last year because they was going to do
the
Michael Jackson tribute. Right? And they told him, yeah, you're going to do it. Da, da, da.
So he has a black cloud over his head.
The black cloud over his head.
Since day one because
that
of
Rihanna.
Because of that. And the thing about him and Rihanna is cool now.
I think there have been other incidents, nothing like Rihanna, but I think he had some shit going on. It was a go with Karrueche.
With Karrueche, but all that shit's been over with. Like, Karrueche even said it. She was like, we don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to hold this over his head.
I get your point, though.
It's just to the point, like, what does he have to do as an artist? Like, I'm giving
Super
y'all,
Bowl? No.
You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all over 300 records since this happened. Like, Residuals is the #1 song out everywhere. And I'm just like, but I just had to give him a shout out.
Good for him.
Yes.
Light-skinned niggas won.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Beige America. Hey.
We had another light-skinned young lady that couldn't get into a lift.
Oh, damn it.
You know what I'm saying? They had to grease the side a little bit.
Light skin.
And slide all in there.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? She couldn't fit in regular chairs.
I heard she got a contract from Moo and Oink. I'm playing.
You shouldn't even hit the last one on that.
We gotta cut this out. Cut it out. We gotta get back to these jokes. Remember back in the day, we used to joke about that, man. Like, look, no shaming. We in a new world now, man. Fuck that shaming shit, man.
So this
we used to have jokes.
Right. So this is the shit that kind of got me about it. So this has been going on for a while now. So she did the Breakfast Club interview recently.
Right.
She thought it was a hot Breakfast Club. Not like.
See, you gotta got the
Where the breakfast at?
I ain't smell nothing cooking.
Y'all ain't got no waffles and sausage?
Ain't no turkey bacon?
Let me stop.
Ain't no turkey bacon?
BOT or something.
So
fuck out of here.
So, but the thing that really got me about the all fat jokes aside, and
Hilarious.
First off, let me say, she could have gotten the motherfucking lift, bro. Like his car wasn't that small. She could have gotten.
What was he driving?
So,
What was that?
It was like a little
let's
Mercedes.
get down to the source. What was the car?
What was he driving?
It was like a little. I think it was like a small Mercedes. I think.
A small Mercedes.
Yeah, I think.
A Mercedes. So you want to pay some more shocks on your Mercedes?
She wasn't that motherfucking big.
500 pounds.
Okay, so
That's two people, literally.
Yo,
So
you
someone broke it down. 5 100-pound women.
On one
Now,
side.
So first,
You will let them ride.
5 100 pounds. Now if they all sitting in the same seat.
but they can't all sit in the same fucking seat.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying is, okay, hear me out. So what I'm saying is, all right, I'm 250,
All right.
right?
I'm 200.
So so you and me sitting in the back seat, that's damn near the same fucking thing, bro.
But it's still volume and proportion.
That's like you two sitting on each other's lap, though.
Yeah.
But okay, I don't.
It was a Mercedes-Benz sedan.
Yeah, okay.
So like a 230.
What's the name of it? 230 Mercedes.
It was a Mercedes-Benz
Yeah, 230. So
sedan.
it's the smallest one. It's a small 4-door sedan.
Okay.
So the thing, I don't think that she was gonna like if she got in the car, that he was gonna that she was gonna collapse or something, right?
I don't think
But
she would.
get that out the way. My thing was the when she went on the Breakfast Club. That's just kind of what got me about that shit. Man.
So what was your feelings about it?
Because she talked about. Now I'm not gonna say I disagree with all this, but I have mixed feelings about it. Is what I'm saying. Because she talked about so everybody saw, and
The hell?
is that you?
Bruce Wayne? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, but no. So she first got there, and which you pointed out, I didn't really think about that. They normally don't show people.
Yeah, I was waiting
up.
for you. Yeah, so at
People-
the top of the show, if you watch the video version of the interview, usually you watch the Breakfast Club. They say, "Hey, Breakfast Club, and here's our guest." They don't even do a warm introduction of shit. They just, "Hey, so and so here, bam,"
Right.
and then they
And
just
he's
go
sitting
into
there.
the
And
They-
show.
Charlamagne
they
didn't stand up
Yeah.
to shake her hand either. I noticed that too.
Right. So they have the extra clip of her walking in, so you can see. All right. He didn't shake her hand, and they looked like they planted the regular chair there, right?
So not.
And she get in the regular chair, and she was like, "Y'all ain't got a bigger chair."
So Charlamagne talked about that after the fact because he was on the Brilliant Idiots with Andrew Schultz. He was saying that because Just Hilarious basically said we should have pulled the sectional up already.
So they pulled the sectional from the back where the guest,
making
the guest
hella
of
noise
the
when
guest.
they did it too.
Yeah, they made sure they.
So she was talking about,
and she was like, "Ooh, that's accommodation."
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So
how was she in that car?
So when we talk about accommodations, she could have fit in the fucking car.
It's about privilege.
She could have fit. She could have fit in the fucking car. But no. So when she talks about accommodations, right? And she was saying that the same way that they make accommodations for the LGBTQ and whatever in other communities.
She's the BBQ.
God damn.
You the main reason why why women overweight don't like us. You are the reason why we have no overweight listeners.
No, but
Make America wait again. No,
all right. So she talked about accommodations and she used like other whatever marginalized groups or whatever, what have you. Saying that we should, but the word she used was she wasn't just talking about big people. She was talking. She used the word obese, right? Which she is. She is.
But she didn't want to use the F word.
But she didn't want to say fat, which is she said the F word, and that was a crazy thing. He's talking about the F word, like what's the F word?
What the fuck is that?
You can say So that's
fat. We can't say fat.
So that's
a lot of things we can't say no more, man.
Right. So my thing.
What happened?
So my thing about it was this: like, so should there? So yes, there are people in this world that are obese, right? And should we not make any accommodations for them? I'm not gonna say that, no. But at the same time, it's like and they got into it a little bit on the interview, we're talking about her health and what she's trying to do to lose, and all the other stuff. So when she made that comparison to like people in other communities. These are people that don't necessarily have choices, right? And so I mean, I'm not a small guy, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's only so small, even if I lose weight, if I really.
But you take physical activities. And
yeah. No, so
you are aware.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like even if I can't sit in the middle on an airplane, or I'm going to be very fucking uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm a tall person too. I understand.
Yeah, but even on the width side, you know what I'm saying? I'm a wide ass nigga too. I'm not just tall. I'm tall and wide.
Is that what y'all say? Pause.
Right? Yeah.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? But so like but just from that standpoint, like I can't like me sitting in the. So I understand like, but she even made a mention of like if she flies Southwest, like they don't make her buy 2 seats.
Yeah,
no, but the thing is, what you do if the plane sold out? What you do if the flight is full? They can't bump nobody.
For the next
making room in the cargo section.
I would hate to have the window seat. And she got the aisle seat. I got
that's the thing. Or you just
with the luggage.
So my thing is this: like, okay, yes, we need to make accommodations.
Wait, did you say put her with the luggage?
Yeah, put in the cargo.
Hey,
down there. Are we there yet?
You'll be good. Might be a little chilly.
Yeah, dogs down there and shit.
Oh my god!
He just slipped out of here like with the luggage.
Hey man.
Hey, please don't be easily offended.
No, that's the name of this pod. I'm here to offend.
That's right.
But no, man, I just feel like. And I like people like that. I always feel because you see shows like My 600-Pound Life and all this other shit.
And what you feel about that when the motherfuckers they live a whole year in the bed, bro?
Right. Gee. That's what I'm saying. So when you see her,
these motherfuckers can't walk out.
So that's what I'm saying. And so when you see
normal activities,
so that's my thing. It's just like who she is, how big. That's not normal.
At all.
Right. Like, and so for you, so she used it in terms of like because Charlamagne said, like, you know, everywhere you go is not going to be, you're not going to be accommodated. It's just not possible. And she's just like, well, why can't it be like that? It's just like, no, like we should
do that.
Yeah, and right. So my thing is like, I feel like, and while hopefully she really is, and hopefully this didn't just start with her trying to lose weight. Hopefully she really is, because she was talking about she's been big her whole life.
And I understand that, and there'll be certain cases medically.
Yeah.
Right. She said the thyroid.
She said something about thyroid, but.
And she said she feel like a skinny person. That's what she said.
She did say that.
Because she's still wearing the same outfit that she got refused in.
Yes. So, but
she's still wearing the bike. Wait, hold up. Before you say it,
you gotta say about
before you say this, she went to the Breakfast Club. It's New York. It's winter.
Right.
It's cold as fuck.
She had on shorts and a whole.
You had on biking shorts and a crop top and a jacket.
Well, it's kind of like, because you know how, like, I mean, she got all the insulation, because you know how it's like seals.
You
and then they can live in the Arctic.
Nigga, Lane Bryant.
Because of the blubber.
He
said seals.
Well, no.
Lane Bryant should sponsor her.
Yeah.
No, she but Tony Stark to get those same pants that David Banner has. So when he turns to the Hulk,
she posed nude.
Right, she did say
there's
that.
a lot of things she said on that motherfucker.
She did. All jokes aside, man. Yeah. Like, that is a very dangerous way to live your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody working overtime.
And so I remember, and I know we talked about Lizzo on this platform before.
Yeah.
But y'all seen what happened to Lizzo after that South Park shit.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all see the South Park?
No,
y'all didn't see that South?
I saw that.
With the Ozempic?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hilarious.
Man,
they say instead of taking Ozempic, take Lizzo.
So Lizzo was
just something to watch when I get home. But anyway.
But they were saying, like, basically, like, Lizzo was on the body positivity type shit. So basically, you take Lizzo's and now you don't give a fuck about being fat no more. You just, you know what I'm saying? So instead, because the thing would happen, because people on the show, everybody was taking Ozempic, then people couldn't find it, or it was too expensive. So Cartman was trying to get Ozempic, but his insurance didn't cover it or some shit. He was like, yeah, you can just take Lizzo. So you can just, you know what I'm saying? So, because, you know, she was all in the body positivity and all this other shit. But
she's lost a lot of weight.
But she's lost a lot of weight.
That's great.
And it's, so the thing is, people were trying to make it about, like, you know, well, we're discriminating or fat phobic and all this other shit.
Fat shaming.
Yeah, fat shaming. And it's just like, no, we should never normalize people being that big should never be normalized, bro. People in your life should always be telling you, hey, bro, you need to get it. And that's not to say, because
there's a lot of factors to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when I went overseas, and you notice there's not too many obese people overseas and shit. Indeed. And then you got to think about their diet and what they're eating. They don't have artificial flavorings. They don't have all this artificial shit.
Oh, yeah.
These restaurants that's trying to kill you and shit. So there's a lot of temptations out here. And when you deal with this country and you deal with healthy food, we call Whole Foods whole check, because you spend your whole check just to get some sugar in this motherfucker out of Whole Foods and shit. You know what I mean? So it's just those type of things where our country is designed for us to do this. Now, when it comes to obesity, when you get that large, that's a different totally different.
Because the thing is, like, because I've seen people, like,
because she had a psychological. Let's just stop playing these games. This is a psychological.
There's a psychological,
because she was saying she was skinny,
and they were talking, but where she had her physician, whoever the fuck that was on there, right?
Is an issue.
But that physician, whoever they were talking about, there's a mental aspect to it, right? Because like, okay, because you see people like, well, motherfuckers that get like a large pizza and like a 2-liter for themselves.
You saw the 600 pound. There was a motherfucker. They bought a stack of pizzas for a party, 10 pieces, and they ate 5 of them on the ride back to the party.
Bro.
No.
Straight to the head. 5 little Caesars straight to the head.
How many people?
Straight, man.
No, my favorite one was the lady that had the fryer.
On the nightstand?
No, the nightstand. She didn't have like an air fryer, bro. She
No, a
literally,
deep fryer. She had a
this
deep
bitch was
fryer.
flipping fries. Like she,
On the nightstand in the bedroom, nigga.
like
in the bedroom.
You know how like you drop the fries? Wait, hold up.
She in that bitch frying chicken
Hold
and
up.
shit.
Do you know how like you drop fries and when they done, you gotta put them on the rack and you gotta flip them so the grease can fall out? That's what she was doing
We got a whole McDonald's
on the side of her bed, bro.
Can you imagine how your bedroom smell, G?
On the real, them sheets are gone.
You frying chicken in your bedroom?
You got
Nigga?
But
grease all on the roof.
Look, bottom line is this. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying so there's an illness. I feel like people like that, like really need help.
Yeah, they do.
And while they're in that condition, like we never know what happens.
Yeah.
And while they're in that condition, then yes, you know what I'm saying. There should be accommodations made because you can't. So like, okay, if you go obese, you can't never take an airplane. You got to take a car everywhere. I mean, but for some people, they really can be too fucking big.
Yeah.
Because like if the person next to you legit can't sit down because you that big, then like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there are limits to that shit. But my thing is just, and I said this before, being like that, being that big should never be normalized.
Yeah,
it should never be normalized.
But I think she's at the great modern cross section of either being a victim or getting attention. One, you get attention from being the victim, and you get if you're a victim, you get attention. So she's really big, so she's gonna get attention, so she can victimize herself. People are gonna look at her. Plus, she's a rapper, so it's like if I lose weight, maybe I won't get the same attention. You know,
Everyone a rapper nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, now she's on the. If she wasn't so big, would she be on the Breakfast Club? Probably not.
No.
So she actually is already. She wouldn't be on the Breakfast Club, and she also had a deal with a car dealership, and they did a video showing that she can fit inside of an SUV. So they did a video.
What's the SUV though?
I don't know.
Probably
I didn't
a
see
Hummer.
it. But she was in the car lot, so they showed her getting in and out of several SUVs to show that
All
they
right,
have
so
the
this
cars
is my
in it.
question for y'all. Y'all Lyft drivers, and y'all know these cars is not Lyft company cars, unless some of them are. But most of the time,
It's
these
just
are
that
your vehicles.
Your car,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a Lyft driver, and you see an obese. It don't have to be particularly her. But don't you have a choice of who you can?
So that's the
in
thing.
car?
So obviously, I mean, yeah. So we kind of buried the lead. So we weren't really talking about that. But yeah, she did file a lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the whole genesis. That's how she got on the fucking Breakfast Club and all that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But the dude, he could have been like, I got bad shots.
So
Right.
we don't know.
Baby
So that
seat.
Because this is your personal ride. It's like,
Right.
you know,
So this
it's
is-
not
that's-
a taxi. Yeah.
Right. So
that's
that's all-
discrimination. If a taxi driver, because we had to deal with it. Well, black folks in New York particularly, the taxi would always avoid the black person.
they would-
because
they wouldn't
wanna
stop.
drop them off
Yeah.
in the hood. And shit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or the hood, wherever their perception.
Black,
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be litigated, right? Because we don't know what they have, what refusal rights that they have, under what grounds can they refuse a ride to somebody. I know Lyft drivers. I know there was a lot going on because like Lyft and Uber drivers are really supposed to be independent contractors.
Yeah.
Right.
I
not
haven't done
actually.
Uber in a long time.
Yeah. And
So would you let?
I've had people
that big?
not that big, but a good 300-400. Where I had to like.
She was talking about she close to 6.
Yeah, like literally, I had to like, and I got a Honda Accord,
You don't be
four
doing
door.
the side with
So
it.
like, I literally had to take the passenger seat and scoot it all the way up, and scoot the back seat all the way up just so they could fit
Did
in
you
the
get the
car.
seatbelt on it?
I mean, the seatbelt's optional.
safe.
Like a lot of people
You was
don't.
riding like
though.
the Flintstones.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of
Dinosaurs,
people
brother.
don't. Even when I'm in an Uber, you know what I'm saying, I don't really wear a seatbelt like that.
Okay,
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
hey, man.
But
He's still safe.
you know what I'm saying. My thing is, like, go back on Rail Point. It's just not healthy.
Nah, it's
And
not.
it's it was funny. You know what I'm saying? We all looked at it. We saw it. We was like, oh damn, that's crazy. Was the Lyft driver wrong? I don't know his circumstances. Mercedes-Benz's work off air shocks. Maybe his air shocks was fucked up. Maybe he was like, nah, because my shocks was fucked up.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if his shocks were fucked up, but He was saying that she couldn't fit.
Yeah.
She could fit in the fucking car. She could fit in the fucking car. Yeah.
He just didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it. And
but my question is, do they have a choice?
So I don't know. I don't know if they have.
You do have a choice. You do have a choice.
If I was the prosecuting attorney, I would say if you feel you should be treated special because your weight, your size, whatever, then you should be willing to be put in a handicap class because it's a handicap. If I got to make accommodations for you, that's a handicap.
I would agree. But do they get Social Security and all that shit?
All that. You're going to be in the Special Olympics, all that.
So the thing
in the Special Olympics, what would be their thing in the Special Olympics?
Oh, pie eating contest.
Barrel roll in this bitch. I don't know.
Hot dog eating contest. Oh man,
y'all horrible.
Hey, I shouldn't have named this podcast this.
Just saying.
Man. But in closing, so because I know we need to wrap this shit up in general.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, like all people, the world is so sensitive nowadays that people do get easily offended about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right, and a lot of times we overlook things that our friends may be going through. Mm-hmm. If you have somebody that's obese and that's your homie, you should tell them like, "Hey, G, you might want to," you know what I'm saying? Because it's not healthy. What you mean? It's not healthy like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like we're going into our 40s. Like bro, like I have lost.
No, that's real true.
I've lost so many people in the past 2 or 3 years that ain't even reached 55.
Yeah. And the thing is, she said, because he said her father was really big too, and her father has already died of a heart attack.
This is a generational thing.
This is a generational thing. Yeah.
Foods like the
right.
soul
So
food.
that's what I'm saying. So she's not. Yeah. So like I said, like some people are genetically predisposed to being bigger. Everybody's not gonna be skinny. Like I said, I've been big my whole fucking life. I ain't never been skinny for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big guy. I'm always gonna be a big guy. It's just what it is, right? But just being big and being obese, because that's the thing. Because like when you talk about size, I mean, how many niggas out here that's like 6'9", 6'10", right? Like this motherfuckers are like, okay, well, I shouldn't have to bend down to go to walk in this door. So we got to make doors all big enough for 7 foot motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So they're going to be a situation. If you are abnormally huge, then you're going to be uncomfortable in a lot of spaces because you live as an abnormality, right?
Indeed.
Right.
Ooh.
So yeah, so
and you know what it is. That's why a lot of people stay in the house and do that as well.
And
it's like
it's a rough road.
It's different, man. It leads to depression and all types. I know we cracking jokes and stuff, but there is a realistic thing about it. But it's mainly about health.
Yeah.
And we're in a time now where we need to like really shape up, start growing your own food, start eating more resourceful shits anyway, because we don't know how this world gonna be in the next 4 years. So we all got to be healthier and a little bit more diligent when it comes to protecting our families and being a part of the family. Yeah. Something happened and we got to run about this motherfucker. You might want to be able to run about this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nigga, I said run.
You know what I mean? Well, you might busting some guns running. Like, you never know what might happen in these 4 years. Like, it's for real. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to accommodate you then. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But seriously, man, like I really hope that this could be like an eye-opening thing
to a lot of people.
Yeah, and to not just her, to a lot of people. Because like I said, we joked about 600-pound life and shit like that, but it's almost like the same as like when you say your show like Hoarders. There's something mental, some sort of like maybe like a lot of times they're like, especially with hoarders, there's some traumatic event that like sparks them doing this. So you don't know what it is, right? Because people have a very, food can be addictive. Right? Because I've watched
people have relationships with food, like people, other people.
And I've seen people to be like,
and that's habit forming.
Yeah,
that's
like
all just.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your comfort food? What's your favorite? What's your comfort food?
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake. What's your comfort food?
Pussy. No. I do like barbecue though, and for some reason, Subway sandwich. I broke up with this chick, and I was real sad, and I was eating this Subway sandwich. It made me feel better, so I don't know why. Subway sandwich.
You a weird ass nigga.
Subway sandwich. I don't know. I was
what's your comfort food?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. That's your comfort.
Yeah.
What's your comfort food?
You really want to know?
I'm afraid, but go ahead.
The sweet steak sandwich from Home and Hoagie. That's like.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Man.
Yeah,
I love sandwiches. Like if you Italian beefs. I'm not really a fan of Italian beefs, but Philly cheese steaks.
Okay.
Sweet steak sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said Subway sandwich make you
but
feel
like,
good.
Nah, nigga, that's different. That's
that's like a comfort.
I have never heard motherfuckers say, "What's your comfort food?" This nigga said a Subway sandwich.
I was feeling sad. I was eating. I started feeling better.
But look. We got like 10 minutes. All right. So I really want to touch on this topic real quick because you know what I'm saying. Going back to like Chris Brown, like it was a Chris Brown documentary went out and then he sued them for like $100-some million because of defamation of character, because all the documentary was all about stuff that happened in the past, and they just released it maybe like 6-7 months ago. So HBO Max released their Fall of Diddy. I watched this documentary, and the first 4 episodes is basically about stuff that we already knew.
him coming up, becoming a
mogul. Him being feeling like the king. You know what I'm saying? Right. Having that confidence where he feels that he can get whatever he wants. It was a lot of stuff that was told, that was looked at, that we never knew about, like the whole Danity Kane situation. Yeah, how he kicked out Aubrey and Don. I really didn't like Don being a part of it because if you notice in the documentary, if anybody watched the documentary, Don never really said anything happened to her.
She was just telling her story.
She was like, telling her story of her friend Aubrey, which haven't came out. So that was one that I really was like, okay. It was some people in that
I'll let you go.
It was some people in that documentary I just knew that was just really going out for
the check.
For the check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like for one, the last security guard he had, he was like, it was a point in time where he was like, he remembers. Go ahead. Yeah, like he said that he watched Diddy beat the shit out of her.
Thank you. So shut up. So look.
Right. Well,
hold on. Grown ass.
Right. Yeah. I'm finna go there. He watched. They come out of a party. His story is they come out of a party. They get in a limo. They both start fighting each other. He told them to calm the fuck down because we're driving. He gets where they going. They go in the room. They fight. He gets a call from Diddy, like, hey, take this bitch to the hotel, woo, woo, woo. He gets up there. He like, I see Cassidy. She's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He takes her to the hotel, whatever, that thing.
Where she supposed to heal at.
Right, where she's supposed to heal at. He sent a team of doctors over there to take care of her while she was, you know what I'm saying, over there. My thing was with him was, he was like, man, you know, it came to the point in time when I looked at Cassidy like a daughter. Nigga, how the fuck you look at her like a daughter and you let this nigga beat the shit out of her? Like that's crazy.
Your name's security. You didn't do the protocol of security, you stupid fuck. How the fuck you gonna get on the documentary and say, hey man, maybe we should have been a little bit more hands-on about it. Yeah. And then after that you tell the story of how he brutally beat a woman in front of your face and you didn't do shit. Like that's some pussy ass shit.
Yeah.
We put a lot of New York shit on our fucking, like, looking at this shit without dealing with the facts, man. Like, a lot of these niggas pussy.
So I saw that shit and I was just like, okay, red flag for you. You know what I'm saying? You did this shit. And then he had to go pick up. Like, after the 7 to 8 days, he went to go pick up whatever. But the episode that got me was the 5th episode.
Oh, shit.
The 5th episode is only 27 minutes long.
I didn't even know that existed. I was just like,
they had his assistant.
It's like the story was told after the 4th.
Right. Like, but this was just even. So, like, okay, so let's go through it real quick. So, the assistant was his assistant for the last 4 or 5 years. He was like, I basically did with everything that Diddy did. So he was like, to just get away from the freak offs. He was like, I've never even heard that term. We've never used that term at all. What I do want to say is that it's not a huge celebrity freak off type situation. He like, these were called King Nights. And it was only 15 to 20 people. Hand picked it, 20 people. So he was like, in the King Nights, he had a checklist that everything that Diddy needs: Cialis, mushrooms, weed, KY jelly, baby oil,
Of course.
liquor,
All right.
mollies,
All right.
and it was some other
Other
ketamines,
drugs,
Adderall. Like all these things was listed. The man showed text messages.
All right.
He played audios like of Diddy saying like, "Yo, the hotel room fucked up. It's not looking
That
luxurious."
was the fucked up part. Now,
Right.
All right,
Like-
I'll bring all the party favors. Okay, party favors, party.
But he had to
favors.
clean up all the cum
But
shit.
being the cleanup man,
He had to clean up. So Diddy would call him like, "Yo, this place."
he
ain't
was
looking-"
showing pictures of fucked up shit.
Yeah, he was
nigga,
like,
you
was
gonna
there-
have
was
to
there a
clean
crime
this up when
committed
you.
here?
No, he was just saying like, "Yo." Diddy
All
was
right,
like,
so-
yo, hold up. Diddy was like, "Yo, this place ain't luxurious. You need to come over here and fix it. Bring this. Take that. So he would come over there and he was like, I had to clean up. And he was like, it was just basically like a wild party of used condoms, jelly.
This is a security guard.
Yeah.
Do that?
At least
No,
they-
this was
you
the
the
assistant.
You was the
Oh.
assistant.
yeah.
So he had to go
They said if
clean
you
up.
work for Diddy, you could work for anybody.
Yeah, he said he had to go clean up all the used condoms. They would trash the
You
hotel.
don't have a trash can. Okay.
Like, no, they
Nah,
would.
nigga, we
you
party,
talking about,
nigga. We ain't here
nigga, hold
fucking.
up. You go to swinger parties.
Yeah, I do see a lot of them on the floor.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I do.
So
Hold up, you go to swinger parties,
He's
you
a
don't know the
swinger.
science?
I do see them on the floor. I ain't gonna lie. But there
All
are
right.
trash cans. But
So
sometimes
like, you know what I'm saying? Like 15, 20 people, you're in a room and it's just
just fuck it.
like, it was so crazy. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it was just, the thing is that going through this trial, you're going to see a lot of people that's money hungry and that's just going to tell their story that don't have a story. We have seen a couple of cases that came about that actually went away because their story didn't make the actual facts of everything.
Right.
Not saying Diddy is innocent.
Of course, he's no angel.
I've made that very clear on this podcast plenty of times. I don't think Diddy's innocent, but I don't think he is a
Racketeer.
I don't think he's a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Because the feds have already viewed most of the tapes, and they don't see anything that was rapish. Everything seems
We
to
don't
be.
know all that.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
No, they came out last week and said the tapes that they have viewed so far, everything's been consensual.
They're waiting for the sequel to come out.
So far.
All right.
So far,
So-
they didn't see no other shit yet. It's over 300-400 tapes, bro. Like it's a lot of shit to watch.
I don't really give a shit about
Wow, you like fuck it.
any of that stuff, honestly.
But the reason why I brought it up was because
What?
would you be an assistant to somebody of that nature?
How much they paying?
Like you're getting you're getting paid. You
get
get
to clean up, man.
Hey, look, like the man
Clean up,
said.
man.
Shorty asked him
Let me
like,
go on my headphones right now.
Shorty asked him like, how much you getting paid? And he was like, yo, like,
Let me put on these.
I mean,
I don't care enough. I wouldn't do no shit like that.
I'm just.
hey,
that was
man.
gross.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the reason why I brought it up, because I was like, damn, I wonder how many people will actually
How was that
be
interview?
assistant, huh?
What's that interview? So, are you object to semen? Was that
I mean,
interview
no.
questions?
The thing about okay, so the one thing he did do, Diddy said, I need to know if I can trust you. So he like come to the room.
Pause.
So he came to the room. He came up to the room and he was like, yo, shorty right here for you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, knock that out. And he told him, because he was like, I need to know if I can trust you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
She
So-
like sleep or something?
No.
Nah,
Shorty
nigga,
was
you
awake
got
and
a
she was.
shorty.
You
Oh, I
got
don't
a
know.
wide
I'm
awake,
looking for
constant shorty.
I'm looking
You
for
got a
the-
bad
That's ready
shorty.
for you.
Okay,
That's
shit.
ready for you.
I never
And-
had
and
that
Shorty
happen to
was
me
like-
job ever.
And Shorty was like, let's go. I'm ready.
That's a wild question.
Like, I'm
He
ready.
was like,
and,
no, George.
and he was like, because I think he's gay. I think he's gay.
I think that was.
And I
that's what
think
it
he
is.
was like, I don't know. But then he was like, I had to do it because I'm under the spotlight. So he had sex.
He had to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, he was like,
my whole thing is Puffy really scary? Was he being like, you scared of this nigga? Like, what you scared of? Like all this bully foot and shit. I was forced to do this. You all. It's just like we had with the fat jokes, and all of these are choices, nigga.
Indeed.
All of these are choices. You don't have to do all. You don't have to go through this. And if you're choosing all the wrongs just because this dude is powerful, he got money or some shit, then you fucked up, man.
Yeah. And if I was Puffy's lawyer, I would say the case needs to be thrown out because first, you taking my client, you trying him in the court of public opinion first. You got a whole fucking special.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Episodes.
That whole production of the documentary was to throw him under the rug.
Come on.
Because it wasn't even telling, like, all right, y'all ain't even talk about 112 and none of y'all. Y'all just went straight to the drama.
Right. That's the thing. There's so many people they
cool
passed
shit,
up. Like the main person that was the head of it was the first black woman editor for Vibe magazine, and she was like, I've known Diddy since the very beginning when he was only 19 years old at a millionaire, when he discovered Jodeci, and when he didn't discover Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, but he helped
he worked for
cultivate their career and image. So she was like, I've known this for so long, and then she was like, I mean, for her thing, she was like, even her instances, she was scared of him at one point because they
scared of what would he do to her?
Because no, the real talk, like the documentary shows that Diddy was like scaring people. Like he literally had goons. Like Steve Stout literally had people come to
knock at the door.
He did,
had motherfuckers come and fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi, nigga, my car blown up.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's been situations, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga, Diddy. Wait, hold on. You remember the security guard, the other dude that he wore? He was like, this was when Death Row was trying to start Death Row East. Right. And he was at an event. And he put a t-shirt on. Like, oh shit, Death Row East. But he's a New York DJ. So he's like, I'm driving. That's
his fault.
Yeah, that's his fault. He's driving and Diddy pulls up like, you a bitch. Damn. He like, nigga, what? He like, nigga, you a bitch. Nigga, fuck you got that shirt on for. He like, nigga, gunshots was blazed. Like, nigga, we're in a high-speed chase through Manhattan. I'm hitting sidewalks. Diddy and his people behind me trying to like, he like, bro, I was scared for my fucking life.
That was his fault. He put on the shirt, you dumbass.
He put on the shirt. You a DJ.
Lord Jamal ass nigga.
But like the thing about it was, like even Shorty from the Vibe said when they did Hate Me Now.
The Earth is flat thing?
Yeah, dude. I never seen no one get dismantled like that ever.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. I'm sorry.
When Nas did the Hate Me Now video.
That's when Puff hit Steve Stout with the champagne.
So at the end of the video, it was a part of it where they was basically him and Nas was being hanged like Jesus and being crucified, and they did a photo spread or whatever. And Diddy told her like, "Yo, I want to see like the final cut," and she like, "We don't do that. Like we don't show people the final cut. Like that's just our rule. Like you don't see until it hits air." And he was like, "No, fuck that. I need to see that shit." So then he sent some niggas to her. To the Vibe. Oh, damn. Like they literally had.
He saw what he saw. He didn't like what he saw.
Yeah,
he didn't want to change it. So that's why.
And then he sent people to her job. Damn. And literally, her coworkers was moving her office to office to office to office to hide her.
Oh man,
like Neo and shit.
And then Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is this: like,
nigga named Puffy is gonna be chasing me down.
We Chicago.
In a shiny suit.
We built different.
So I would just say this. I don't know if Puff is a nice guy or not. I don't know what Puff is. I don't know what he ain't. I know.
That's why they made the documentary?
Yeah. I know we saw that. We all saw that video of him beating the shit out of Cassie. So I'm always going to see him in that light before anything else.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I really have to add to this conversation was on that list of things for the King's Night, the supplies. I will say the only thing I can vouch for is having sex on mushrooms is amazing, and I recommend I recommend everybody try it at least once.
Damn.
Fucking on mushrooms it is a good time. Not like wall melting. You don't not at that level. Yeah. You don't want to get to that. You don't want to get to the icy God level of mushrooms. No, but if you just take a few just to like where you feeling good and wavy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's really. So I mean, honestly, if there was I mean,
that's a dope experiment.
Yeah,
I see that.
Oh yeah,
mental elevation.
I like that. Pimp tested, hoe approved. I love it.
Yeah, woo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, because it definitely because at least for me, my experience with mushrooms has always been it kind of like heightens your senses. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time. It's a good time.
Mushrooms and spaghetti. That's it.
Mushrooms and spaghetti.
Yeah, that's the only time I had mushrooms.
And on that note.
I had no sex either.
Oh
so
man, this has been a great interview. Well, not even interview, just a great episode.
Yeah, you just sitting there. We interview this.
You might have to get some. You might have to get some bigger chairs in here for your next person, just in case. Accommodate.
Right, we ain't got no love seat in this motherfucker. We all have to sit on the couch.
On the floor.
The motherfucker chains from the ceiling. Right.
We all gonna be standing up on the wall and shit, just sitting.
Nah, it was great being here.
Yeah,
Loved.
man.
We got, I'm podcasting, man. And like I said, I like doing pods where I'm not responsible for them now. I just come and talk. So whenever y'all want me, I am definitely down to do more episodes with you.
Appreciate
you. Coming to the next
man.
Kings night? Get it.
There's no King's night over here.
Mushrooms and spaghetti.
Well, I might come for the mushroom spaghetti.
See, there it is.
Well, it's a pleasure, sir, always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Always. Yeah. Always a pleasure to have you in the building.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
We always come together.
We be at listening parties, kicking it and shit. We be chilling, being journalists, little guys. Nah, it's dope, man. Chicago definitely have a voice. Definitely have personalities. So it's lovely to be with you guys and just express all our shit. So I'm sorry to.
No, you good. That's our intro song. I was just queuing it up.
Yeah. Can do that silently next time.
Hello.
No. I tried to. I didn't.
Yeah, man. We'll tell everybody, where everybody can follow you at.
Yes, sir. Cosmo Galactus, Southside Cos G is the Instagram. Fly Nerd Group is the brand. You can see that everywhere. We got Fly Nerd Group, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, WFNG, Fly Nerd Radio every Monday. We just started back, so we will be hitting the streets soon. And more things to come. I'm an artist and photographer as well. So
photographer for the stars. And shit.
You be out here.
Nigga got pictures of everybody.
I got pictures of everybody.
Yeah, I still got y'all because I remember you got that book back in the day I bought. You had the
I'm thinking about doing another one, volume 2, because you got a lot of pictures, bro. Got a lot of shit, man. Yeah. So
you've been out here.
Yeah.
Every event Every event I'm outside, I see this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If it's dope now it's kind of like, it got to be fresh.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I think we saw each other at the Fourth Road.
Yep. That was the first time in Chicago, too, so shout out to Westside Gun. And
yeah, man. Shout out to my nigga Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that whole team.
So there's a lot of shit going on. Shout out to all the Chicago artists. If you haven't checked out I Am God, City of God, that's pretty dope. Panamera P, Vic Spencer, Fillmore Green. All these guys got new music out. So you can't say Chicago ain't doing nothing because we're cooking all the time. And Fly Nerd Group gonna have some music. Taiwan Davis, Pugs Adams, those my guys. So yeah.
Shout out to Pugs, man. I see Pugs all the time, and me and him been talking about it. I gotta definitely bring him on the pod. I got.
You should.
I got a few people.
Yeah.
I got a few music acts I just want to bring out here.
Yeah.
Definitely need to fuck with Pugs. Yeah. Pugs been around for a while.
He's
for
a
real.
G. Yeah. Man of the people. So man. Thank you. And Fly Nerd Group. Check us out.
Check him out, man. Real.
Brother Producer 914 Media Group, all on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
You catch me on TikTok, DJ Sean the Don. You know what I'm talking about? DJ Sean the Don. Yes.
Boop, boop, boop.
Hey, man, I'm your boy, Class of 1979, a.k.a. L Boogie.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, make sure y'all tune in, share, like, comment. You already know how we roll, man. Easily Offended episode, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.
The Chicago